viewer here. I am a dual degree graduate student studying public administration and criminal justice, and I show you what my life is like. This is a spontaneous live stream for y'all. I do have a streaming schedule that I follow. I stream on Mondays at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Fridays 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday and Sundays 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm packing up my room. So I started this on Monday. I streamed it for y'all, and y'all seem to enjoy that. So we are going to do this again today. I was really sick yesterday. I don't know what happened to me. I just was not feeling good at all. Hey, King of the Weather. Hey, 5N. So I'm still recovering. I don't feel 100%, right? I still feel a little iffy. You can hear it in my voice. My nose is a little stuffy, a little weak standing up, but I'm strong enough where I can start resuming packing up some items. So we are going to do that. Hey XX, glad you could be here. I am dual streaming on TikTok today, but as always, feel free to leave a comment, ask a question. I'll be more than happy to answer it for y'all. King of the Weather said they're still sleeping. It's totally okay, understandable, King of the Weather. Like, definitely get your beauty sleep for sure. Hey Cam, good morning, good morning. You're on your way to your final class to present. And then you're done. We're sending positive vibes to you, Cam. You're gonna crush it. You're gonna do amazing on your presentation. You did the work, you did the research, you know what to do. I would love to share after. I mean, once you do the presentation, what topic, what's your research on? I love research, honestly. Love learning about new research, hearing about research. Hello. What's your name? Darky, welcome Darky. Hello, Sing, glad you could be here. Hello to GR. King of the Weather said you're 3 hours behind. Yeah, so it's 10 a.m. where I'm at. So yeah, understandable. It's like now morning time for you. Hey Day. Hey Natasha. Hey, what's this sore? Hey, how are you doing? What's your name? Rito? Rico, hey everything girl, hey Ariana, glad everyone can be here. Hey King of the Weather, hey Love Positive. So as I said, this live stream is just about me packing up. Please bear with Uniquely Mia. I think I'm sick. I think I'm sick. So if I feel like if I look a little tired today, or if there's a big delay, I don't know how I got sick, but literally all day yesterday, I could not do anything. My mom was like, take Robitussin. So I feel a little better today, but I'm not 100%. But I'm the person, if I have something to do, I don't want to sit down and look at the items. And what I have to do today is pack up my items because we are moving out soon. Thank you, God, for that. We're graduating next week and we got to be out. And when my mom and Stu, when they come to move me out, I don't want them helping me pack stuff up. I just want us to be go, go, go. And for us to be go, 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 where we could like pull stuff out the room, I need to pack up the stuff before then, right? Hey son, how are you doing today? Thank you. Glad you like my smile and my nails. What's the story? Thank you so much for your kind words. Really appreciate it. I do my own manicures on Fridays, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I like to live stream the manicure stream. And remember, I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. I show you what my life is like. I got fashion videos, Eat With Me, technology videos, days of my life as a graduate student, and so much more. And y'all are welcome on the channel for your positivity and uniqueness. All opinion, people, and ideas, as long as we communicate to each other in a kind and respectful way. So if you have any questions for me, if you have a comment, if you have a concern, feel free to type it, and I'll be more than happy to answer it for y'all. And yes, King of the Weather, I did take some medicine. I had Robitussin, but it's finished now, so I was able to take it yesterday, and I took some today. So I better feel well. I have antibiotics, but I don't want to mix medicine, so we're not gonna do that now. But yeah, hopefully I feel better soon as well. My mom is like, we didn't get the flu shot. I guess she's right. We do need to get the flu shot. All right, so it's time to pack up. I think today, in terms of packing up clothes, we're going to start packing up the bathroom. We're going to take down our decorations, right? Oh my God, bro. We're going to take down the paintings and all that. What are we saying? You need to catch the lives. Yes, glad you could be on the live stream today. I will be making a streaming schedule for TikTok. We got Bianca on. Okay, welcome. We got people on the stream today. Oh snap, what did I do, bro? I'm still getting used to the TikTok way of streaming, guys. Okay, so no questions. Wait, do you get your braids professionally done? No, my mom did my hair for me, so thank you, thank you. If it looks professional, shout out to Queen Mother, shout out to Uniquely Mom. She slayed with the hair, right? Um, so yeah, what are we saying? Hey C, glad you could be here. Yeah, King of the Weather, what's your question for me? Hey Orange, how are you doing today, Orange? Where am I from? I'm from the United States. Hey Bianca, you want to come on stream? I can invite you on. Let me know. Hey Fave, glad you could be here. Hey Riri, glad you could be here. How's everyone day going today? I'm from the United States. Where are you guys from? I love knowing where y'all are tuning in from. Where are you guys tuning in from? You look like a hot mess, no? And everyone on TikTok, go ahead and follow Bianca on TikTok as well. For the YouTube community, follow Bianca on YouTube. I did tag one of her accounts for y'all, but she is more active on TikTok, as she likes to tell you guys on YouTube. So, yeah, you could go over there and follow her there. What are we saying? Are you going to celebrate your graduation? For sure, we're going to celebrate my graduation, guys. It's like I work hard for my degrees, like I really do. A lot of anxiety goes into my degrees, a lot of like away from my family goes into degrees, and honestly, I volunteered for that, right? So graduations, it's like birthdays in my family. My mom, she's always celebrating birthdays. She likes to make birthdays like a holiday. Graduations are very similar because for graduations it's a form of like delayed gratification that you're going through, because you get the good grades, you do the schoolwork, right? But that day is like the one day you could brag about it and be like, hey, this is, you did it, right? So yeah, and my mom paid a lot of money for my cap and gown, a ridiculous amount. So best believe we will be celebrating that graduation. Big celebration, Bianca said. Okay, nice. Am I part Guyanese? My ethnicity, yeah, ethnically for sure. What are we saying? Bianca said, yeah, she's part Guyanese. Okay, yup. Okay, are you? She's asking Bianca, to the person who asked that question to me. Thank you, glad you love my braids. Slater Queen Mother, Slater Uniquely Mom. Okay. Orange said that. Thank you so much, King of the Weather, for sending a gift. Jazz hands to King of the Weather. Shout out to you. You're helping me get one step closer to paying off my student loan debt. All income made off of social media goes in its own separate account, and one day when I pay a portion of that, you'll be right there with me, King of the Weather. So I really do appreciate your donation to the Uniquely Mia channel. Thank you so much for that. Wow, you're from Indonesia. Okay. Make sure to like the video and subscribe, because one day when I make it over to Indonesia, we're gonna need to know what to do, what's the best places to eat, what's the attractions that we must visit. So make sure to like the video, subscribe. Orange, what's the weather like in Indonesia today? And yes, this is a dress. I got this dress in Niagara Falls, Canada. So if you guys want to see Uniquely Mia and family in Canada, go to my YouTube homepage, click playlist, and watch my Canada Niagara Falls playlist videos. And yeah, we went shopping. It was really cool. Okay. Okay, read that. Yes, I am streaming on 2 different platforms. I'm also streaming on YouTube. So for the TikTok supporters, if you want more streams from Uniquely Mia, I strongly encourage y'all to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be making a streaming schedule for TikTok, right, independently, but at this current moment in time, I predominantly do stream on YouTube, but I'm testing out the TikTok live streaming waters, you can say. Shout out to King of the Weather again. Jazz hands to you, King of the Weather. Jazz hands to you. Thank you so much for your donation to the Uniquely Mia channel again. I really appreciate you. And shout out to all my supporters. I appreciate everyone watching the streams right now. The people who have donated, the people who have not. But as I always say, I give an extra shout out to the people who donate to the channel by purchasing gifts or purchasing super chats, because y'all don't have to do that, and you're choosing to spend your hard-earned money and go that extra mile, so it really does mean a lot. All right, no, I do not speak Indonesian. Good night. It was a pleasure having you on, Z7E. Hopefully I see you in the next live stream or the comment section of my full nutritional YouTube video or YouTube shorts. Hey Sean, how are you doing today? Hey Eric, thank you. Glad you love my fingers, my nails. Thank you, Cam, for your kind words. Cam said, I read silently. Oh, read silently. Okay, if you don't want to respond, okay. I like that, Cam, how you put in parentheses before I got to your comment. I do like that. All right. Are you celebrating graduation in your school state or home state? Oh, yeah, in my school state. And well, it's kind of both was my home state, but yeah, my school state. Yeah, I'm not a person for graduation parties. My mom, she's always asking me do you want a graduation party? I'm like, thank you, mommy, but no. Like, no, I can't do a graduation party. I really can't because I don't know. I'm big on like saving money when you can, right? So it's like one, I don't want my mom spending that extra money on a graduation party, right? And two, in my head, I'm like, hey, if everybody who wants to celebrate me or who should celebrate me for my graduation would already be at that graduation, right? And I understand finances. Sometimes everyone who would ideally want to celebrate with you can't be there because of finances, right? But I'm a big person. Like, my family's big, but my big family doesn't always, okay, I have a big family, right? But like not everyone in my big family can benefit or should say you benefit from my accomplishments, right? I don't know if that's phrased correctly, but like, okay, the way I like to think about it, right? My mom, I'm getting my degrees. I'm gonna have my master's degree in public administration, criminal justice. My mom can say she has a master's degree in criminal justice, public administration, right? So because she has been ideally the one person who's always been there, supported me, right? Stu's gonna be there, he can be proud of me, right? But outside of that, I feel like a graduation party, a lot of other people who just like didn't really be there with you throughout the whole thing, right? Throughout the stressful times, the happy times, that's when they want to come to celebrate at your graduation party, if that makes sense. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons why I don't like your graduation party, but my graduation is just for that one day. After that day, obviously we'll have like a ridiculous amount of content to post though. So let me see, what was Bianca saying? Bianca said, mom needs to do your hair like this all the time. I think it's your signature look. Ooh, you love the blonde, really, Bianca? Okay. Yeah, the thing about it, I do like it. If you are one of my YouTube supporters, shout out to y'all. You guys chose my hairstyle, right? We did a poll, and you guys chose like the Beyonce Blue Ivy inspired look. The thing about it, Bianca and everybody else, I do like it, right? It is pretty. However, let me tell you something, guys. I travel a lot by myself, and I was in the airport by myself, like going home like to New York for my birthday. And why was everybody in the airport looking at me? Like literally, I saw everybody in the airport. They were staring at me, and like my mom was like, "Blondes have more fun." That's what she told me. That's what Queen Mother told me with my hair. So like I do like it, but like I'm a person, particularly if I travel by myself or just if I'm outside with my mom, I don't like people like it's always weird to me when people just stare at me, right? And so yeah, but it is a pretty hairstyle. So yeah, definitely in the future, I feel like Queen Mother will definitely bring this color back, especially if we don't want to do like just a regular black, but like blonde attracts too much attention to me. One thing that my mom did say when she did my hair, she said she didn't realize how light I was. I guess the hair brings out my skin colors, what she said. She didn't realize how light I was until she did this hair color. But what are y'all saying? Let's see the nails on TikTok. Okay, for sure. So yeah, these are my nails. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll do another dual stream on TikTok and YouTube for my manicures. Yeah, these are my natural nails. Guys, I on Monday, I was making like my lunch/dinner, and I think that's when I started feeling sick because why was I cutting my croissant open and I accidentally cut my nail? Like I cut my nails. That was the first time ever that happened. Luckily, it's a small crack, so I ordered some nail glue, but the crack isn't too bad where I didn't have to cut off my nails. I'm hoping that I can grow out this nail because I don't want to do a big chop on my nails or just one chop anyway, but I guess that's when I started to feel sick because literally I was cutting the croissant open and I cut into my nail. I'm like, what in the world? What do you mean you cut into your nail? That's so weird. What are we saying? Hey, Evan, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. Mia, I want the same braids. Can you do them for me? I can't do your braids for you, Evan, but if you want the hairstyle and if you want a tutorial on how to do the braids, I did live stream on YouTube, Evan. So go to my YouTube homepage, click live streams. You're going to have to scroll a little bit to the month of November, right? But you're gonna find it when it's not you don't have to scroll far, but it's easy to find, right? And my mom did like do a live stream / tutorial on how to do this hairstyle for y'all. Oh, you're asking if you should get braids because you're Asian. Honestly, I've heard that if you have a particular hair texture, like if it's very straight, I've heard people say you shouldn't add extensions to it because it would damage your hair, right? So just do that at your own risk, Evan, right? If you do decide to get this type of braids with extensions, I mean, probably don't leave it in for a long time because and just know that there is a possibility that like your hair will fall out. Hey, how are you doing? Good morning, right? Glad you could be here. You in was to for what? I'm so sorry. I do not understand what I don't understand that. Hey Nun, glad you could be here. How are you doing today? Okay. All right. Let's go back on YouTube. Cam said, I agree with your sister. The hair really brings out your features. It's beautiful against your complexion. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for your kind word. Thank you. But yeah, so I guess we'll do this color more often then if you guys you think this is my signature hair color. I guess blonde is just my family's color because even my sister when I was younger, she would always have her hair in blonde. Like that's was her hair color. So maybe blonde is just goes good our skin tone. But I guess we'll bring this it's hot, man. We'll bring this back. Okay. Let me drink some water. I don't know if I have a mini fever or what, but I've just been feeling really hot. Okay. So let us start packing up some items. But as always, if you guys have a question, comment, or concern for me, feel free to type it in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer it for y'all. But we are moving out, and with move out, we need to start packing up some stuff, right? So let me read up these comments. King of the Weather said, wait, what? What's happening? What's happening? Hey, Rick, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. Hey, 6675. You're absolutely mesmerizing. Thank you so much for your kind words, Rick. Really appreciate it. You're so smart, Evan said. Thank you, Evan. Thank you. I know I'm not done. I know I'm not dumb, as I always like to say, but I really appreciate it. And your kind words. I work hard, right? So I work hard, and when like all the resources and like support systems are provided to me, I feel like I can definitely excel in something that I do. But thank you so much for that. 1 week from today, we'll be walking the stage. What are we saying? King of the Weather said, I'm going to school in an hour and 10 minutes. Okay, nice. Have a great day at school, King of the Weather. Remember, work hard, be productive, stay positive. If you have a question, remember, ask your teacher that question, right? And you're gonna do great. Okay, what are we saying? I miss everyone, even Cam, Evan said. Yes, I did see your comment, Sean. How are you doing today? Evan said, Cam, blonde suits ethnic women. I think you're similar coloring to me. I have blonde hair now, and it looks nice in the summer. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. It's awesome. Nice. Oh, you usually dye your hair blonde for the summer. Okay. What are we saying? TikTok, you're required on TikTok, but it's okay. Don't worry. The more and more you guys tune into my live streams, the more you'll see. It's not scary to leave a comment. I promise I'll answer you guys. But remember, I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. I show you what my life is like. Shout out to the silent viewers. Shout out to the live viewers on the stream. I really do appreciate each and every one of y'all for being here. No, I'm not wearing heels. I'm not wearing any shoes. I'm in my room. I don't like wearing shoes in my room. I'm one of those individuals. Take off your shoes before you even come remotely close to like your living quarters or whatever. What are we saying? King of the Weather said, I have homework to turn in for Friday for math. Okay, not too bad. Hey, Clinton, how are you doing today? Evan said, Mia is so nice. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you, Evan. Thank you. As I always like to say, the world can be very scary. People sometimes can be very mean. So at least on my channel, I can promise y'all that as long as you guys are nice to me, I will be nice to you, right? Even sometimes when you guys aren't nice to me, depending on the extent of your meanness, sometimes I'll still be nice to you, all right? Because at the end of the day, as I always like to say, we're trying to make the world a little more positive. First, we're bringing this positivity here on social media, and then we're gonna bring the positivity out into the real world when you speak to people in person, right? So yeah. Let me guess, H&M. Oh no, this dress isn't from H&M. It's from Marshall's. Yeah, Marshall's in Canada is where my mom got this one for me. Oh, you decided to be nicer? Okay, Evan, that's awesome. Very nice. Being nice is powerful and God loves you. That is 100% true, Evan. Do agree. King of the Weather said, but I did it on Tuesday and it's due on Friday. Shout out to you, King of the Weather, for working ahead. That's amazing. Hello, everybody on TikTok. Welcome. Hello, everybody on YouTube. Welcome. Make sure to like the video. Let me know where y'all tuning in from. How was your day going today? Evan said, what has happened to me, Mia? You have converted me into a nice gal. Okay, that's awesome. Very nice, very nice. Hey, Cats, how are you doing today? Welcome, Gigi Cat, also known as Cats and Pokemon. Glad you could be here. How's your day going today? Or morning time? You're so glad. All the OGs and King of the Weather and Cats. No radio yet, guys. When I'm on campus at school, particularly not my mom, I stay on campus at school. I don't really like Ubers, right? Yeah, so I have not gone off campus. So yeah. Do you want to be best friends? She's my best friend. Yeah, for sure. We could be best friends. Like the video, subscribe, engage with Uniquely Mia's content. We can definitely be best friends. Were you born in Guyana or the United States? United States. I'm a U.S. I'm from the United States. I'm an American. What are we saying? King of the Weather said, Sean, she forgot sometimes, but I've spent a lot of time in South America, Guyana. So for the Guyanese supporters watching, I will be writing a book about South America, Guyana, based on my lived experiences, a little bit about my family history, right? So stay tuned for that book. That book will be coming out in December 2026 for the Guyana and YouTube, TikTok, and YouTube supporters. Stay tuned for Uniquely Mia's book, right? And, oh my God, bro. Okay, if you guys want to know a little bit more about Uniquely Mia, buy my book, The Adventures of Uniquely Mia, from the USA to the Caribbean West Indies, which is now available on Amazon. It describes my childhood experience living and attending school on the beautiful island of Grenada. This is the first installment of like the Adventures of Uniquely Mia series. The second book will be about Guyana, right? This book is on Amazon, so check out the book. For the YouTube supporters, this book, go to my YouTube homepage, click links, and a link will take you directly to Amazon. And for the TikTok supporters, I can't link books on TikTok for some reason, which really sucks. So you guys would have to type in the title of my book, which is The Adventures of Uniquely Mia, from the USA to the Caribbean West Indies. So yeah. Hey Melly, glad you could be here. Okay, what are we saying? It's a good book, I think. It's a short read, right? If you want to plan your next Caribbean vacation, just want to gain some cross-cultural experiences. I want us to make it very accessible for people of all ages, all reading levels, etc. So yeah. Okay, what are we saying? May your day be as bright as your smile. Thank you so much for your kind words. Really appreciate it. Same to you. Evan said, I had a bad experience on here. I decided to cut off all toxic people. I'm done with them. That's great, right? So yeah, you learned and you took some valuable learning lessons from that for sure. That's awesome, Evan. Good morning, Frank. Blessed day to you as well, Frank. How are you doing today? Kat said, Mia, your hair is gorgeous. I can't get over it. Thank you so much, Cats. Thank you guys for your kind words. Oh, thank you. Yeah, my mom has done a few of these hairstyles, but this one has by far gotten the most compliments. I guess the color is really shocking. My mom did this with black and red. She did the black braid, and then she did the red curls, and then she did it in all black, right? So this is the third one. I guess the next one is rainbow. What do we think about that? I feel like that would be cool, but it would kind of look a little interesting, like rainbow, like purple curls, green curls, red curls, white curls, like all like that. But I look like a clown. Then again, I'm Uniquely Mia, and I do something very unique, so I probably wouldn't even care, right? We could do that. That'll be cool. What are you saying? Yeah, okay. You guys want an outfit video? I think I did an outfit video before, but this is the outfit video of the dress. Oh, yeah. This is what it looks like. Okay. What are you guys saying? Somebody asked. None asked. Do you like the best about Diana and Guyanese people? What the world? Do you like the best about Diana and the Guyanese people? Who is Diana? Like Princess Diana? Like what? I mean, are you asking me what I like about the Guyanese people? I mean, what I like about the Guyanese people is like, I feel like y'all can be very supportive, right? Especially you can be very supportive, which is really cool. And you guys are very opinionated. Sometimes your opinions are positive, sometimes your opinions are negative, right? However, at the end of the day, I like that y'all are opinionated because that shows me that you have the courage to be direct. You have the courage to be opinionated about your beliefs and your ideals, which are not a lot of people have it. Not a lot of cultures have it, right? I feel like, particularly as an American growing up in America, I feel like I'm a very direct person. I tend to share my opinions. However, at the same time, I just like when you watch movies about America, if you meet other people from America, sugarcoating is a very common thing where we fluff words or we fluff our opinions, right? So, but I will say with that opinionatedness that Guyanese people have, we should always still remember to be respectful when we're opinionated. So that's something too. But yeah. None said, what do you like best about Guyana? Your food. No, your food. Your food. Your food is so good. Let me get some chicken chow mein from Faggoty's right now. Like, oh my gosh, it is so delicious. Like that chicken chow mein from Faggoty's, guys. I don't know what they be putting in that. It is so good. It is so good. But yeah, your food is definitely delicious. And I feel like your landscape, mind you, when I went to Guyana, I went to Kaieteur Waterfalls. I did that last year. If you guys want to see that video, go to my YouTube page, my YouTube homepage, click playlist and watch my Guyana videos. But when I go to Guyana, I'm mostly like in the city of Georgetown because that's your city. It's closest to the airport. So I feel like when you venture, I feel like Georgetown has its own very unique appeal, right? It's a different scenery that you're seeing. However, when my mom and I went to Kaieteur Waterfalls, that was the first time I ever saw something like that. And I was like, wow, I did not know something or a place could look like this. So yeah, even though I haven't seen all the landscape or all the different regions of Guyana yet, we're gonna see that in the future. I will say your landscape and your food is definitely very, very pretty. Okay, what are we saying? My hair is pretty. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for the love sing. How are you doing today? Glad you could be here. Okay, what are we saying? Cats, I think you should also braid your hair the exact same way. We can be twins. Yes, that would be cool. King of the Weather said there was there was a two vehicle crash reported. Not telling the street name because for safety reasons. Yeah, don't do that. Don't tell the street name for safety reasons, but hopefully everyone who was in the accident is safe, right? Hopefully everybody is safe and is going to have a speedy recovery if there were major injuries, right? Kat said, yes, I tried the boho braids and failed miserably. It's actually pretty hard hairstyle. I'm going to go back to your twist unless you can get your sister to do it for you. Yeah, I will say when my mom braids my hair, she often has me hold it because she has to like hold the curls out. It is kind of a messy hairstyle. Like right now it looks kind of dry. That's just because I don't have mousse at school currently where I would need to put it in water. So it can get tangled because like to manage it, I braid it up every night before I go to sleep, right? And then every time I unravel the braids, it gets tangled. So it is a messy hairstyle for sure. Kat said, shout out to Queen Mother for pulling off a difficult hairstyle nicely. Yup, shout out to Queen Mother for sure. Like my mom, she always, like if you guys hear my mom talk about my hair when she does my hair, she's like, oh, I'm not going to do it great. I'm not going to do it good. Guys, she's been doing my hair since I entered the world of higher education. That's like 5 years now. My mom has been doing my hair for a long time, right? And if you're doing something over and over and over and over again, I would hope that you're going to get better at it. So my mom, she knows how to do hairstyles. The only hairstyle that my mom ever did that I'm like, yeah, we're not doing this again was the false lock, like the fake dreadlocks. She did that 2 times for me and I'm like, yeah, let's not do this again. Because I don't think it's because of, okay, I will say the first time she did it, no. But the second time she did it, I didn't like it because it was too bulky. I don't like bulky, big hairstyles. So, but when it comes to braids, my mom really does know how to do the braids good. Okay. Welcome everybody to the stream. Glad y'all could be here. Thank you so much. Who purchased a gift? Thank you so much, Mr. Salty, for sending a gift. Sending you jazz hands, Mr. Salty. You're helping me get one step closer to paying off my student loan debt. All income made up for social media goes in its own separate account. And one day when I pay a portion, you'll be right there with me. Thank you so much. How are you doing today, Mr. Salty? Okay, let me get caught up with some of these comments, guys. Okay, read that. You like the afro hair? Yeah, afro hairstyles are really cool. I just feel like my hair is a little bit too long to be an afro. So when I try to do an afro, it's not like a true authentic afro. Evan said rainbow is cute, but Mia, if you're applying for a job, might want to stick to the blonde at work. Places are work. No, yeah, that is true. That's the only thing. Yeah, especially if you have interviews, rainbow will be hard to hide. But yeah. Good. Mia's funny. Diana. No, Diana came up in like a comment that somebody wrote on TikTok, guys, and I'm like, I would answer, but like, which Diana are you referring to? That's like the only Diana I know. Who are you referring? Like, have you guys seen that meme from that TV show that they did about like the royal family? That was really funny. Evan said, I kind of like Jamaican people, okay? They seem to have a lot of life stories to tell, and they always have good stories. Oh, wow, cool, cool. I don't know a lot of Jamaican people. I just know my mom's friend. That's it. I've just known her, like, my whole life. But she seems pretty cool. But outside of that, I really don't know a lot of Jamaican people. But their food is really good. Like, I like your chicken patties and your cocoa bread. Your curry chicken is okay, but Guyana has the best curry chicken in my book, right? Your porridge, sometimes you get porridge. I don't know what type of porridge my mom likes from Jamaica, like when she goes to the Jamaican restaurant, but I will say, whatever porridge my mom be getting, it'd be really, really good. I mean, no disrespect, but you are genuinely gorgeous. Thank you so much for your kind words, Extreme. Really appreciate it. Evan said, not gonna lie, nothing beats a sandwich and tea in the UK. It hits the spot. What's the go-to sandwich and tea in the UK? Hey, Big, glad you could be here. You look amazing. Thank you so much for your kind words. You guys said Mia's the GOAT. Okay, I'll take that as a compliment. That's so funny, dude. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. Hey Nick, glad you could be here. Happy birthday to you, Nick. Hopefully you have a great day on your birthday. Eat a lot of cake. If cake's not your forte, eat your favorite meal because we all have to eat. Welcome everybody to the live stream. I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. Right now I'm going through some of the comments. I'm also dual streaming on YouTube and TikTok, right? But if you guys have a comment on either platforms or a question for me, feel free to type it. I will be more than happy to answer it for y'all. Once I get to the bottom of the comments on YouTube, I am going to start moving around in my room because ideally I want to pack up some stuff, right? I will be moving out next week, and when I move out, I don't want my mom to like have to help me like pack stuff up. I just want everything to be ready so we can go. And to get to that stage, we got to do it a little earlier, right? So I will be still doing like the Friday live stream, Saturday, Sunday streams on YouTube, right? But I just want those streams to be dedicated to what it has historically been, like the manicures and then the gym, right? So that's why you're getting like the spontaneous streams, right? So I can show you guys the move out process or the packing up process before then. King of the Weather said it's near a creek called, okay, Pringle Creek. Wow. They have a lot of Pringles there? Like, okay, no. Okay, cool. Hey, Lawson, how are you doing today? Oh, no, it was a 2-car crash. Stay safe. Yeah, I'm happy to graduate. Love positive. Yup. Hey, First, how are you doing today? I don't care if it's a wig. Your hair is lovely. Okay, thanks. Hey, 901, glad you could be here. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for subscribing, Just the Princess. I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. I got travel videos, Eat With Me technology videos, days of my life as a graduate student, and so much more. So take a deep dive into my content. I do hope you enjoy the videos that you see. I also got some education videos in there for y'all. So we got a question from, what's her name? I want to say Keat. I'm not even going to try and say that. But welcome. Saw your birthday video going viral. That's to show they don't understand your name. Thank you so much. Glad you were able to see my birthday video. Hopefully you liked the video and hopefully you followed along to the Uniquely Mia community, right? And yeah, I'm Uniquely Mia. That's my name, right? So like, I understand people aren't gonna like my style. That's okay, guys. It's just important to understand that we all got lived experiences. And as you said, I do try to live up to my name by posting a variety of different content, right? When I first started my social media account, I was thinking of a username. Like, I didn't want to use like my government name as my username. I didn't want to do that. So I did want to use my first name, Mia, as like a name on my channel, but I just didn't want to say Mia. However you want, welcome to the channel, it's Mia. Nothing wrong with that, but I didn't want to do that. So I had to come up with a catchphrase, and uniquely, first it was unique, but then I add the ly to the end. I think my mom added the ly. So it turned into Uniquely Mia. And with that username, with Uniquely Mia, I'm going to do something that's different. I'm going to do something that not everyone's going to do. Why? Because first off, I'm an individual who has my own lived experiences, who has my own sense of fashion, right? Who has my own opinions, right? So it's biologically and just natural for it to be different, because every human being is different. We're not clones of each other, right? And at the same time, when we're latching on to that, we're going to do something different with my hair. We're going to do something different with my outfit. That's one thing I will say. Growing up, I always wore an interesting outfit. I always had a unique hairstyle, right? My nails. Look at my nails sometimes. What is this? How in the world did I come up with this design? I don't know, but it's uniquely me and I like it. What are we saying? My hair is lovely. Thank you so much. Okay. Love Positive said, what advice can you offer to students who is now starting college? Do good in your classes, like take your classes seriously. That was never my problem. I always took my classes seriously, but I was an RA, resident assistant, and as a resident assistant, I oversaw a lot of different new freshmen. And one thing consistently that they would always do, they would never take their classes seriously. And when it came to the middle towards the end of the semester, they would always start panicking, or they would always start complaining, or they would always be like, oh man, I gotta retake this class. Yeah, because if you took your classes seriously from the get-go, you wouldn't be in that situation, right? And I mean, it's not hard to do, right? If you are a parent watching this, if you are a student yourself watching this, about to enter higher education, already in higher education, you gotta tell them, your kids, and as if you were the person who's going in this thing, if you're an adult doing that, you have to remember that one, it was a choice that you made to enroll in this program. I understand that if you're a high school student, a high school senior, it was probably your parents who made you go into higher education. Regardless, just remember at its core, at that point in time, you still made the choice. Your parents could have told you to do this. You didn't have to listen to them. So it was still your choice that you made. And with that choice, you have to understand that you're paying to be here. And the longer you are in this higher education world, the more money you are losing, right? Particularly if you're not one to get scholarships, right? The more money you're losing, right? And and I would also tell a college student that if you have no idea what you want to do after you graduate, right? If you know you just want to get your degree, but you have no idea if you want to get a job right off the bat, or if you want to enroll in graduate school, C's don't get good degrees. I hear that a lot, people saying C's get degrees. Not for grad school, it doesn't. Especially if you're somebody who enrolls in a program and you know that you want to go to graduate school, C is not going to get your degree. It's really not. So you need to get an A, at least a B. Or if you are somebody who's uncertain what career path you want to go on, C's are not going to get you degrees, because in your senior year, in your junior year, you might speak to a professor and they might motivate you to enroll in a master's program, right? Enroll in PhD school or med school or law school. C's aren't going to get you that, right? So that's something important to know. Okay, what are we saying? All right. Being a graduate and unemployed, please explain. What do you mean? If somebody gets a degree and they're unemployed, you want me to explain that? I mean, if somebody gets a degree and they're unemployed, that just shows that society didn't fulfill the social contract, right? Because it is a social contract, right? Because look at myself. I'm a person who went to university, right? I decided to get a master's degree. I will be furthering my education in the future with other degrees, right? However, 9 times out of 10, what we tell high school students, particularly in America, I can only speak about it from America because I've done all my schooling here, right? I'm just saying that if that happens, if somebody gets a degree, like a bachelor's degree, and they're unemployed, that is not that person's fault, because the person did what the government, what the school system told them to do. It's society that doesn't have enough jobs. It's society who's not hiring these people, right? So yeah, if you're trying to say that I have a degree and I'm unemployed, you would be false in that notion, right? You would be false in saying that, because shout out to God, right? Shout out to myself for working hard. I have had multiple jobs while I'm getting my degrees simultaneously, right? I don't like to read out my resume, but like I've been a professor's assistant. I've worked in as an accessibility assistant with like technology and making documents accessible, right? I've been an RA while I'm getting my degree, right? So shout out to my supporters on YouTube. Because of you guys allowing me to be monetized on social media, I can say that is one of my part-time, sometimes my full-time jobs, to be like a content creator sometimes, right? So yeah, but like when we look into the world of saying, hey, are you going to utilize this degree in your profession that you choose to go into? There are numerous people like that. Like there's people who exist in society like that, and you shouldn't make fun of those people. You shouldn't laugh at those people, because those people did everything society told them to do to be successful. And at the end of the day, it's society's fault. It's not that person's fault, because how are you telling people to continue to get degrees when yet the hiring is at its all-time low? That makes no sense. So yeah. Hey Syria, how are you doing today? Hey Mel, glad you could be here. Syria said good morning to you. I'm doing okay today. I am a little, I don't want to say sick, because I don't want to be sick, but I feel like I'm recovering from a sickness a little bit. Yesterday, I literally just had to bed rot yesterday because I could not, like, I just felt so weak. I was tired. I was hot. So today I feel a little bit better to stand up. I feel like if I move too much, I get a little dizzy. I am getting some heat flashes right now, but we're pushing through. We're pushing through to see if we feel a little better. I have no more medicine. I had to take Robitussin yesterday. So whatever I have working for me in my room, that has to make me feel better, right? Ooh, you're going on a picnic. Oh, you're asking, are we going on a picnic with a dress? No, I can definitely see how it's a picnic dress. Siri said Evan can make us some cucumber sandwiches with tea. Okay, cool. Callie, nice. UK has a weird sandwiches. Would somehow hit the spot. I've never had a cucumber sandwich, but I would be open to trying it. But like, well, that's a lie. When I get tuna sandwiches from Subway, I put cucumber in it, but that has other stuff. But I've never had just like a cucumber sandwich by itself. Sarah said, I thought you were talking to someone in your room, but you're double dipping again. Oh, with TikTok and YouTube, yeah. Yeah, but how are you doing today, Syria? Okay, all right. Evan said, I made a big pot of vegetable stew. It really hits the spot. I've never had vegetable stew. It sounds good, though. What type of veggies did you put in there? Evan said, Syria, it's the cheese and the salt, okay, and it hits the spot. Ooh, crab too sounds good. Okay, guys, what do you bring into the picnic? What does everyone bring into the picnic? Let me know. Is there any comments on TikTok? Okay. All right, no new comments. We got one question. What's the best part of your college experience and your graduate school experience? Graduating. Yeah, that's the best part. Graduating, getting my degree. Bye-bye. I got my degree. I will admit there were some classes that I did genuinely enjoy, right? The research, learning about new research was definitely fun, particularly when I was able to, I just liked criminal justice better than public administration. So if I'm being honest, I would just say my criminal justice classes, I didn't know how much I would like it, but like I did really like my criminal justice classes. It was definitely enjoyable for me, right? Particularly when I was able to research the topics that I wanted to. That was definitely enjoyable. But yeah, I like getting the degree because it's like you work so hard for this. At least I can say I have it. In the future, will it be useful? I hope so. But if it's not, at least I can say I have it. Nobody could ever call me stupid. Nobody could ever call me lazy. Nobody could ever say I'm uneducated. So nobody could ever tell me that, right? So just the idea of having it is what I'm really excited, and that's definitely a good experience. But yeah, just like I really did enjoy my criminal justice classes. It was really enjoyable to me. What are we saying? Okay, Evan said, you're gonna do lamb curry in a few weeks. You can't wait. Nice. You make a lot of curry, but hey, nothing wrong with that. Curry is pretty good. Evan, do you know what roti is? Do you have roti in your culture, Evan? Do you cook that? Or no, is that not in your culture? So guys, we're at the end of the comment or the end of the chat for both streaming platforms. So I'm gonna start moving around now. If you guys have a question or a comment for me, still please ask it, and I'll definitely be willing to answer it for y'all. So for the people who were on Tuesday's live stream, I left suitcases on the floor. Guys, it's still that way. I literally did not move anything. When I tell you yesterday, all I could do was get up to get food. That is how I felt yesterday. So everything, the carry-on is still on the floor. I had to jump over stuff. So we're going to start packing up. We organized the books. We organized this area over here. That's like my shelving area. Ow. Okay. This is the next thing that I will be, I can't even say organizing. I don't even know what's in here 9 times out of 10. This was a Gucci box. When we went to Paris, Stu bought a pair of Gucci shoes and he didn't want the box. And I was like, you're gonna throw away a designer box? Yes, I'm that person when I can. I want to keep the designer boxes. Why? I don't know. I just like them. So he was going to throw it away, but I'm like, no, I want the box. So he gave me the box. And I've just been using it to hold knickknacks. And it's honestly pretty good. So I'm not mad about that at all. Okay, what are we saying? Okay, no new comments. Welcome everybody on TikTok. Welcome everybody on YouTube. Glad y'all could be here. Syria asked or said, you're doing great. Hopefully you get better soon. Glad you're doing great, Syria, and thank you so much for your well wishes. I really appreciate it. I'm feeling better, which is why I'm able to stream, but I'm not 100%. So I think after the stream, I'll literally just go and lie down again, and then hopefully by tomorrow I feel better. Syria said, I would bring different cheeses. And we can try out, ooh, lemonade, very nice. Evan has to bring some cheesecake. Okay, nice, and the chocolate cake. Please don't forget the chocolate cake, Evan, all right? What would I bring to the picnic? That's a great question. I mean, I'll bring the stream, obviously. But I gotta contribute more than the stream to the picnic, right? What food would Uniquely me bring to the picnic, okay? I guess some type of bread, right? Like assortments. We could try different breads. Like baguettes are really good. I've never had focaccia or sourdough bread. That would be really, really good. Okay, we got face masks. Guys, I was a COVID-19 freshman. Literally, I've had this for 5 years. Like, when COVID-19 was at its height, my mom sent me this because I asked her to send me masks, but I hate these medical masks. So I prefer fabric masks. They're reusable, and they do the job well. But medical masks, they just fit so funny for some reason on me. I don't know how doctors and nurses do this with the medical masks. I don't like these. But this was how I was walking out in COVID. Guys, I was scared of getting sick. One thing about Uniquely Me and COVID-19, I did not want to get sick at all. So I would wear this. I would wear this mask, and then I would wear this mask. I would wear 2 masks during COVID-19. Why? Because those N95s were expensive. Do y'all remember the N95 masks? They were like $30 for a box of 6. I was like, I'm not buying that. My mom's like, she's not buying that. So we would double up on the mask. And then my grandfather, towards the start of COVID-19, he used to make our fabric masks. Like, he would sew them together, literally. Sirius said, have you ever tried coffee cake? I haven't tried coffee cake, but I've tried tiramisu, and like at the bottom of it, it had like a coffee flavor. Sirius said, I recommend Mia bring her favorite. Ooh, roti. I was thinking about roti in the back of my head, right? But I was like, that's too much, right? But no, for real, I'll bring the roti, Siri. I'll bring the roti for sure. With a dip or some curry. Yeah, roti is with curry, not the dip. At least to my knowledge, I've never had roti with dip, but like roti and some curry chicken, I got you. I mean, we have to ask Queen Mother to make it because she's the one who makes it really good. But we'll bring that for y'all. Ooh, pumpkin and roti, None said. Okay, so we got some contenders for the roti to bring to the picnic. Okay, very nice, very nice. Welcome everybody to the stream. How are you doing? Welcome Sean, glad you could be here. Welcome Gigi Cat, welcome Syria. Shout out to everybody who's been on the stream. If you are a returning Uniquely Mia supporter, sending each and every one of y'all hearts. I really appreciate your continued support. It really means a lot. If you're a new viewer here watching but hasn't followed along or liked the live stream, sending you stars. I appreciate everyone for being here and watching, but I gotta show the love to the subscribers/supporters because they want that extra mile and decide to stick around. So thank you so much. It is Thursday, right? Almost towards the end of the week. Would love to know, what are your Thursday plans today? What are you guys eating? Let me know. Thank you so much, Nun, for sending a rose, sending you jazz hands. You're helping me get one step closer to paying off my student loan debt. I really do appreciate that support. All income made off of social media goes in its own separate account. And one day when I pay portion, you'll be right there with me. Thank you so much, Nun, for donating to the channel. What are we saying? Gigi Cat said I'd bring the paper plates, forks, napkin, chips. I can't really cook. You know what? It's appreciative, honestly. Yeah, don't forget, like, the cheese hot fries. As long as you bring hot fries and that assortment of chips, Cats, we're good. Because those hot fries be really good. Hey, Ronnie, how are you doing today? That is not Ronnie. What is your... Welcome. Can I call you... What's your name? Is that Amy? Yes, I'll call you Amy. Welcome, Amy. Glad you could be here. Kat said, OMG, Syria, I love coffee cake. Starbucks has a pretty good coffee cake. Really? Okay, so next time I go to the airport always has Starbucks. I'll get that coffee cake. One time my mom visited me at school, and she bought these masks. We did a stream where we were cooking, and we were wearing the masks. You know those masquerade balls in Versailles? One day, Uniquely Mia and Queen Mother will be at that masquerade ball in Versailles. We'll need a better mask because that's in Paris, and like they will probably kick us out if we walk in with a mask looking like this at the Palace of Versailles, right? But have you guys seen that? Like, literally, it's a big ball in the Palace of Versailles, and you dress up like in like those medieval outfits, and you just go, and they just like take pictures and dance there. So yeah. Have y'all ever done that? We got it in different colors. Why we have so much, I do not know. My mom bought them. She bought a ridiculous amount, guys. This is a lot. Okay, the blue ones look pretty cool. And then we got tissue. I did not even know. I haven't been through this thing in a while, guys. What are we saying? Kat said it doesn't taste like coffee at all. Oh, really? Okay. I actually have no idea why it's called that. That's funny. They do that a lot, though. Like, stuff doesn't smell like this, but then they call it the name. But okay, so I'll definitely try it and see. Because, yeah, the coffee flavor would get to me, but now that you said it doesn't really taste like coffee, I definitely could do it. Uno cards. Guys, it is so funny when I play Uno with G and my nephew. I say it's funny because... Guys, if you want to see the most calmest person ever, like, crash out, play Uno with them. When I was younger, or when G was younger, he was super duper calm, right, kind of. And when I played Uno with him for the first time, he crashed out. That was the first time I legitimately saw G crash out. It was so funny, man. Oh my gosh. Like, just play Uno with a kid in general and let them lose. It's just hilarious. It really is. Is that mean? That sounds kind of mean, but I'm being serious. If you want to see a little kid crash out, play Uno with them and make them lose. Why do I have this? This is no good. All these chargers, I'm gonna test it out, but I promise you this isn't good. All these chargers that you buy, who's Anna? Oh, all these chargers that you buy, they always be breaking. Ooh, sufficient assumption. Oh snap! I hate this stupid sufficient assumption. Oh, I forgot about that. Oops, sorry about that, guys. I was like, what is that index card? And I read it. What are we saying? You've lost friends over Uno? Oh no, really? That sucks, man. Hey Jackson, glad you could be here. I'm doing good. How are you doing today? Good morning, Javis. It's been a while since you've been on a stream. Glad you could be here. How's everything going? Kat said I gotta remember to use this channel to comment. Yesterday I was using it to comment and got 2 subscribers. Awesome! Shout out to you, Gigi Cat. That's amazing. Yes, continue to grow your channel and comment. That's awesome. Sending you jazz hands. That's amazing. I don't know what this is for. It's for something, but I don't know what for what. But welcome everybody to the stream. Remember, let me know, how's your day going today? What are you guys eating? What are your plans? I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. I show you what my life is like. We got fashion videos, education videos, technology videos, days of my life as a graduate student, and so much more. I got a whole bunch of lotto tickets, but none of them are the winner. Like, these lotto people, they took all my money. My mom made me buy it, and I'm like, oh, I'm not sitting on $1 billion. I'm really not. Like, can we sue the lotto people for, like, an emotional distress or whatever? Like, that makes, like, I don't understand. Has anybody ever tried that? That'd be so funny. Imagine somebody sue, like, the people who sells lotto tickets because they didn't win yet. That's crazy. Yes, I do remember you. How are you doing today, Amy? Glad you could be here. You're coming to the U.S. in 4 days. Okay, enjoy it. What state are you going to if you're comfortable sharing? You don't got to if you don't want to. Remember I asked you to do this live stream? Yes, I did remember that, honestly. So, yeah. Oh, this is a nail. Oh, I could use this. I haven't used this in a while. This is like nail stickers. You put it on your nails. Will it come out botched? Probably. Delta Airlines. This is why Delta is so fancy. What do you mean Delta Airlines gave me wet wipes for my hand? What do you mean Delta gave me wipes for my hand? Delta's really cool, guys. They're really expensive, though. Okay, we got a lot of pens. I don't know what these keys are for. Maybe my mom asked me if I had a key, and I was like, no, and this is actually the key. That happens a lot. I have no idea what these keys are for. What is this? What is this for? I don't know. Okay, you're going to Los Angeles. Very nice. LA, what do you do in Los Angeles? I've never been, but In-N-Out, I feel like, is pretty cool based on social media. It's my bike. I don't know. In-N-Out. You gotta eat like the red hot chicken. I don't know the name of the place, but they have like chicken that's really, really spicy. Shopping is cool. Disney World or Disneyland, if you like that, that would be cool to do. This is a glass nail file. This is the best nail file you guys can use for your nails. But I got this when I was younger. I don't know if it's good anymore. I don't know. They're really hard to find though. They're really expensive, but I like them. What are we saying? You love my dress. You have the same one, but mine is blue. Nice, we're twinning. Okay, cool, similar but different. Yeah, I feel like blue would be definitely really pretty in this color. Sirius asks, Mia, are you an introvert or extrovert? I don't know, honestly. I love saying I'm an introvert, right? But my mom says I'm not an introvert. So I don't know. I guess I fall in between, right? Like if I'm outside, like it seems like I think based on streams, it seems like I'm an extrovert. If you see Uniquely Mia out in public, guys, you will not know that I talk so much to y'all on stream. Just because like I'm a quiet person. If I don't know you, like, or if I'm in a new setting, I'm not the first person to walk up to like a random person and just start talking to them, right? So like if they talk to me first, from that moment onward, like if we're in the class together, whatever, I'll talk to you. But like if I'm in a room, I'm not the first person to talk. I'll probably stare at a person in public. If they look at me, I'll stare back at them. So I guess I'm a little bit in between because once if you're my family members, I'll talk to you guys. or like if you're a friend or somebody, once I start talking to you one time and I'm comfortable to continue to talk to you, I'll continue to talk to you in public, right? So I guess that described an introvert a little bit. However, at the same time, Syria, like if I apply for a job or like if I'm in an academic setting where I know I have to talk, I'm the first person to talk, if that makes sense, right? So I don't know. Does that describe me as an introvert, extrovert? I really don't know. Because if I'm in a setting that doesn't require me to talk first, I'm not doing it. But if I apply for a job or something like that, best believe I'm the most chatty person ever. If that's the job description or like the act or forget a good grade, I'm the most chatty person ever. So yeah. Love Positive said, how did your food taste on your birthday? It looked good? Yeah, it was really, really good. It was really good, the food. It was good. We went to Carmine's. Well, for breakfast, we went to like, I don't know the name of the place, but it was like a Hispanic Mexican restaurant. It was good. It was a good thing my mom and I shared because those portions were humongous, right? It was very, very ridiculously big, but it was pretty good, honestly. 1 second. And then for dinner, we went to Carmine's and we had like chicken Alfredo, not chicken Alfredo, we had chicken Parmesan and shrimp Parmesan. The shrimp Parmesan was much better. And I left the food home when I was coming back to school. So I kind of wanted to bring it, but I didn't know if I could bring it, right? Because my mom, she normally freezes food that she wants me to bring back, or she tells me to freeze the food that she wants me to bring back to campus. So I just thought she wanted it. And then when I was back at school, she was eating it and she called me and she was like, why'd you leave your birthday dinner? You could have taken it. I'm like, oh, I thought you wanted it. She's like, no, it's your birthday dinner. Oh, well, too bad. But it was pretty good. Somebody on TikTok asks, is your mom introverted? She's extroverted. No. She is so extroverted. Oh my gosh, it's extroverted to the point I gotta drag her away from people. My mom will be out in public, guys. I'll be out in public with my mom. One time we went to the farmers market on 14th Street. Why did she walk up to this random vendor? She walked up to the vendor and I don't even know what happened. The vendor was selling honey, and she just started speaking to the vendor about the Bible, like King Solomon's story. And the guy's like, what? And I'm like, and he's like, and the guy's talking to her because he thinks she's going to buy something. She's like, no, and we just walk away. It's crazy. So my mom is the most extroverted person ever, guys. Very, very crazy. And then once again, we were in like Niagara Falls, Canada, I remember, and I was just recording content. Why do I look behind me? My mom's not behind me. So I go to find my mom, and she's talking to a random guy. Mommy, what are you doing? So my mom just loves talking to people. She just loves talking to people so much. And I don't know why. I guess that's her job. She said that was her job. Like, she had to just talk to people. But she will talk to anybody. Literally, she will talk to anybody. It's really crazy. She'll be on the train. Did I tell you guys, when I graduated with my undergraduate degree, she was on the train. Literally, she sat down next to this guy, and she's like, oh, yeah, she just graduated her degree. Oh, yeah, she just got... Mom, why are you talking to the guy in the train? He don't want to talk to you. She just started talking to him. So, yeah, she is very, very, very extroverted, guys. She's like, my mom hitchhikes. She hitchhikes. We were in South America, and a neighbor or somebody or just a random person driving a car was like, oh, you guys want to ride out to the front? Mom's like, yeah, sure. Why are you hitchhiking? That's dangerous. Don't hitchhike. So, yeah, my mom is very, very, very extroverted, guys. Extremely. Oh, you really love Hollywood? That's why you're going to Los Angeles. Okay, very cool. Yeah, they definitely have all the Hollywood fun stuff to see for sure. Okay. Somebody said, is Los Angeles safe to visit? I don't know. I've never been to Los Angeles, honestly, so I really don't know. Sirius said, I mean, I've been to the airport, but I haven't been outside, so I don't know. Sirius said, I guess you're in between. Okay. I'm a bit weird. I'm the life of the party when I'm social, but like being alone too. Okay, you like being alone as well, okay. But my special gift is I can make friends easily. Wow, okay. As I grew up going up. Oh, you grew up going to international schools. Oh, okay. All right, so Yeah. Okay. So it sounds like you're a little more extroverted, but you like being by yourself. Okay, that's cool, honestly. Really cool. It's always interesting to me when people say that that they can just like talk to everybody very quickly. But no, you know what though? That makes sense to me, right? It's not weird. I probably used the wrong word. It's just interesting, right? But it makes sense. I understand. I can understand that point of view, Siri. I can understand how you're like that. Like, I understand how people can be extroverted. Because sometimes I'll go outside. You know, I feel like it's not even my problem. You know what I feel like my problem is, why it doesn't seem like I'm the most extroverted person, is because I focus a lot on my schoolwork, honestly, right? Because, yeah, that's it. And I've been at school for a predominantly a long time, right? So I don't want to say I see like as friends as the distraction, but I feel like if you have friends who do not want to accomplish the same goal as yourself or goals as yourself, that can be a distraction, right? So I say this to say, like, I remember like when I was an RA, right? Like I always had to move in early as an RA, right? And the thing about that, when I moved in early, that was before my classes started. So like I still wasn't the first person to speak to somebody, right? I wasn't the first person to like go hang out with my fellow coworkers in training. However, I did speak to them a little bit more, right? But like once the semester started, I'm not walking up to random people and talking to you, right? I'm not hanging out with you anymore, right? I say that to say, like, I feel like if I wanted to be extroverted, if I wanted to have a whole bunch of like friends and acquaintances, I could do that. Because I feel like the main thing that kind of scares people is that people are scared, that you're scared to talk to people. I feel like that's what introvertedness comes from. And I think the thing about my mom, especially when she just talks to random people, she's not scared to talk to people. She really isn't. Like, my mom will talk to anybody. So yeah, my mom's not scared to talk to people. So, and I just go outside sometimes and I look at people and I'm like, why are people scared to talk to people? It's not scary at all, in my opinion. So I guess I'm introverted because I want to, is what I'm trying to say. But like you said, Sarah, I feel like I fall in between a little bit. This is water. Okay. What are we saying? I gotta move more. I'm moving very slow packing up this stuff. Okay. Do you have an iPhone or Samsung? This is an iPhone. You like my chiffon? Thank you so much. Yeah, Claudia, if you're out there, all the other supporters, if you're out there, hopefully you guys are doing awesome and amazing things. You were definitely missed from the live stream. Sirius said, sit next to me on a plane. Oh no, we'll end up friends at the end of it. Oh, okay, so you're that person to talk to people on the plane. Okay. My mom is always telling me, don't be friend strangers. No, that's good advice from your mom, though. Be safe, Syria, though. Be safe. That's the thing, yeah. But no, if you guys ever do see Uniquely Mia or family out in public, just say hi to us, right? And I will say, if you ever do see Uniquely Mia out in public, or like with my mom or something, particularly me, and you want to say hi to me, please tell me that you guys are from social media, right? Because if you don't tell me you're from social media and you just come up and approach me and talk to me, I'll still talk to you. However, I don't want to say I'll be a little closed off, but I will probably be a little closed off because I'll be wondering, why are you talking to me, if that makes sense, right? Because I'm like that, and I've experienced that, like in the past, right? Like sometimes, like people in public, they'll walk up and they'll talk to me more recently, and in the back of my head I'm always like, are you from social media? But I don't know, because like that's never happened. People don't really walk up and talk to me, but it's been happening more. So I don't want to say when I talk to those individuals I'm a little closed off, but I'm a little bit closed off because in the back of my head I'm like, what do you want? Why are you talking to me, right? So I feel like if you guys ever see my mom or myself in public, please tell us that, hey, if feel free to talk to us. We're nice. I promise you we're nice, but please tell us that, hey, guys, I really enjoy your content. I've seen you on social media. I've watched one of your live streams. Just tell us, and I promise you it'll be much more knowledgeable, well-informed interactions, what I'm trying to say, so you won't get iffy vibes from us, right? Because I feel like if you just walk up to us and you don't tell us where you're from or why you're talking to us, I don't want to say we'll give you weird vibes, but I feel like you will be able to pick up that a little bit in our behavior. In the back of our head, we're thinking, why are you talking to us? Who are you, right? So, yeah. And I say all that to say is because I grew up my mom did teach me about stranger danger, right? Beware talking to strangers, as Sirius said. I watch a lot of Criminal Minds, so I'm always cautious about who I speak to in public, right? So that's why I'm like that by default, right? So yeah. What are we saying? Hey Volt, how are you doing? I won't lie, okay? You just straight up yapped for a whole 5 minutes. Really? Thank you so much for telling me. I feel like that's a new record for sure. That's great. That's wonderful. But welcome everybody. I do hope y'all are enjoying the stream. Let's get moving. So we're just gonna fill this box with knickknacks, right? So we got a book in here, it's empty. We got a speaker. We're gonna take this. This Gucci box is looking kind of ugly now. I'm gonna have to throw it away. Some discoloration. I guess the green is fading. And then I want to try and put this in my carry-on that I have. It might not fit because the packaging or my setup is a, oh snap! Everything fell out of this, dudes. 1 second. Ow, my nail! Ow, that hurt. This is why I hate moving out. Pray for it. It didn't split, luckily, but that thing hurt. Oh, this is why I hate moving in general. It's always disastrous for my nails, guys. Not even lying to y'all. That's not gonna fit in there. Okay, guys. What can we do? What can we do? What are y'all saying? What can we do? No new comments on TikTok. People said, hey Claudia, how are you doing? Yes, we are still packing. Yesterday I wasn't feeling well, so I literally did not do anything but lie down yesterday. So today I'm trying to pack up some of my items, and excuse me, I was gonna put some items in my carry-on, but it's not cooperating now. But what? How are you doing today, though, Claudia? Siri said the airport is when you meet people randomly. No, that is true. Yeah, like you see all the famous people at the airport randomly. People you probably didn't think you would see. So yeah, that is true. That just shows everybody wants to travel, right? So we're taking down the paintings. Sometimes we just need to spread our smile and bring some positivity. My mom got this for me. She said, do good academically, and one day I'll have that Louis Vuitton bag or Louis Vuitton. So this has been my form of manifestation for a Louis Vuitton bag, according to Queen Mother. It's pretty. It says, you now own an authentic Oliver Gall art piece. Oh, it's authentic. How much is this worth? I never even Googled that. I did not know that. So it might be worth something. She said it's authentic. What did this artist do? How is this authentic? This is like literally a print, but it is what it is. And then I got this. Sometimes we all need to chill, right? Like we just need to chillax, and you just need to chill, right? So this is what this shows. And then what else we got? Some more positivity. Work hard and be kind. So guys, Uniquely Mia's mission statement of spreading positivity is not a front. It ain't a front, guys, just for social media. It's not a fake concept I made. It's literally embedded in my life and all around me to work hard and to try to be kind. It ain't fake, guys. So what are we saying? That thing hurt. Okay, this staple is loosened. Evan said, get out of my face here. Mia, that was the poster. I like the chill one. Oh, okay. So yeah, when I did a stream a few months ago, you mentioned that. Okay. I got it in Burlington. It was on sale for like $2 a piece. They didn't have prices on, so they just gave it to me for like $2 a piece. Evan said I have Islamic posters, and they're saying blessings over me every night. That's awesome. Thank you again, Mr. Salty. Jazz hands to you for sending gifts. Shout out to Mr. Salty. They sent 2 gifts, and that's really cool, Evan. Yeah, having those positive affirmations, especially with the blessings all over you, that's really cool. And thank you, Mr. Salty, for donating to the channel. Really do appreciate it. How are you doing today? What I would normally have is a garbage bag. I don't have garbage bags to like put my stuff in to move out, which is really throwing me off. And you guys may be wondering, Mia, why do you need garbage bags? Because I can put like the big paintings and everything in there, but that's what I'm missing right now. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna zip up this carry-on because the carry-on is in the way. It's literally on the floor. I don't have a lot of walking space, and I don't think anything else can fit in here. I have to go in the bathroom and look. But I'm gonna close it for now. If something else can fit in here, I can just reopen it. This is just knickknacks in here, like some school books and nothing crazy. The packing of it is so bad. I can't even show it to y'all. It's a really bad packing, guys. So let me close it. Those are my mom's, so I took them. The carry-on, the matching suitcase and the carry-on. What are y'all saying? Claudia said, oh, you're walking your dog. Okay, cool. Oh, you have gloves on this time. It's cold outside to give all the type. Okay, Claudia, be safe walking your dogs. You can just listen to the stream as like a podcast until you get back in your house where it's gonna be nice and warm, because I understand that like sometimes I'll go outside and it's cold and I'll have to like take off my gloves to where only my thumb is showing to type. So be warm out there, be warm. Sirius said, my grandfather used to love the line, be nice to me and I'll be nice to you. I'll make a car sticker. Oh, okay, for my back window in case someone hoots at me during a road rage. Yeah, that's good. And that's good saying. And hey, that is true what your grandfather said, right? Because I feel like that's what I am. Like sometimes even in the Bible, like that's what I'm saying. Like the Bible says, what is it? Treat others how you would like to be treated. Yeah, and that is a good concept. However, if somebody's mean to me, I'm not gonna be nice to you, right? So in that context, that's when like I'm not treating others how I'd like to be treated, right? But that's a good saying, what your grandfather said. I guess it changes the biblical meaning a little bit, but that is true. If you want respect, you gotta give respect back, right? That's why I'm a big contender, right? I don't give respect freely in my family, right? Or not even in my family, but like in my family, to people who are older than me, to people I meet randomly, respect is earned. Like I understand if you are a family member of mine, if you are somebody who's older than me, a stranger, a coworker, etc., I will be nice to you, but I think niceness and respect, they're 2 different things, right? At least in my book. So everybody that I meet in my life, I'm nice to you right off the bat, right? I'm going to be nice to you. However, if you want my respect, you got to respect me and you got to earn my respect. As I always like to say, which might baffle y'all sometimes, but even my mom has to earn my respect, right? Like, I love my mom, but she earned my respect throughout my life and she respects me, so thus I respect her, right? So if I can say, hey, even my mom got to earn my respect, right? Even my mom got to be nice to me for me to be nice to her. That is a good saying to live by, I feel like, and not a lot of people does that, but like that's a good saying for sure, Siri, I think. Evan said making stickers is cool. No, that would definitely be cool. How do you even make a sticker though? That would be really cool. Kat said, fingerless gloves. Yeah, I think Bianca bought a pair of fingerless gloves, but I'm like, that's a good idea. I would like that, Kat. That would be cool. The only thing with me and fingerless gloves, my nails. Like, I'm growing out my natural nails, and there's been a lot of trial and error, and one of the main ways that your nails breaks is if it's too cold. So I think fingerless gloves are great because, like, you'll be able to type, your thumbnails will be free. However, if you are a natural nail girly or boy and you want to grow out your nails, fingerless gloves are not going to be it. I guess because, yeah, your fingernails is going to be showing and it's easy to break, and we don't want that. Oh snap, did I invite somebody? I don't want to invite somebody on the stream. I accidentally invited somebody. Don't come on. This is TikTok, guys. TikTok is very interesting. I invited a random person by accident. Okay, good. They didn't come on. It's good. All right. What are we saying? Evan said, I hate fingerless gloves. It feels like your hands are naked. That's funny. But yeah, I can see it. I can understand that. So we don't have garbage bags. So what we're going to do, we're going to be putting the paintings in tote bags. That's our next best thing. So let me find some. Oh, wait, guys, I do have garbage bags. Never mind. Never mind. Unique Lamia has garbage bags. Slay, slay, slay. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get slay in my vocabulary. When I went home for Thanksgiving break, G just continuously told me slay. Like, he would always be like, slay queen. That's so funny. But no, that's what G would say. He, like, anytime he was over, he'd be like, slay queen or slay king, and now the word slay is in my vocabulary, and I don't like it sometimes. So guys, if you ever hear Unique Lamia using an interesting word, like a word like that, just know it's because of G. Like, socialization is a real thing. That's why I'm saying the friends that you surround yourself with is very important, because you're socializing. Like, look, I was home with G literally for like, what, 2 weeks max, or a week and a half, right? On and off. He told me slay how many times, and now it's in my vocabulary. So imagine if you have a friend who doesn't have the same goals as yourself, who has negative goals opposite of your goals, and you spend the majority of your time around that friend, you're not going to achieve your goals, right? It's going to be very hard. So make sure to surround yourself by the right people, guys, around the right people. Sirius said, Mia, where would you love to build or buy your dream home? Oh, anywhere where my mom is. That's so cringe. That sounds so cringe. But yeah, it's like, I don't have a dream place to live, right? And I don't know, maybe it's because I haven't traveled all the places I want to be, like, go to, right? Or I don't know, because like I do know I want to travel the world, and I will travel the world with my mom, right? To all the countries that we can go to, because there's some countries it's just restricted, it's not safe as females, right? Minorities. But I don't really, it's not, like, I don't have a dream location, right? Because it's like, okay, it's like my mom's, like, the state in which I attend school, and, like, we're, like, New York, right? I remember I always tell my mom when I was, like, younger, or, like, not even younger, as a freshman sometimes, or even more recently, I was like, I'm graduating, I'm so glad that I'm graduating, hopefully I won't have to, like, do this again, where I'm living away, like, in this state to go to school again, right? I was telling my mom the other day, and she was like, oh, you should be really grateful. I'm really happy that you were able to go to this state to attend school. Is the best place for you. You don't know how blessed you are. She was like, and that is true, but she was like, she also said, you only like New York because you're only home for, like, holidays, and you're always doing fun stuff when you're home. In the back of my head, I'm like, okay, I hear you, but at its core, it's like, I don't really like New York. It's like, New York is cool, but the only reason why I like New York is because my mom is there. So I don't want to say as cringe as it sounds, I just like where my mom is. Like when I go to Guyana, my mom and I spend time in Guyana. Guyana's great. I love Guyana because my mom is there, right? I will say I like Guyana too because you're on vacation in Guyana, right? But like, I like Guyana because my mom's there. I like New York because my mom is there. Like, when my mom visits me in the state in which I attend school, it's the best state ever. It's the best state ever when my mom visits me. I'm not complaining. Why? Because my mom is here. So, like, I know it sounds cringe, but, like, at this current moment in time, I don't have a dream location where I would like to say I want to live here indefinitely. I just have a person, right, who I just want to be around. As long as that person is there, it's a great time, right? I love that state as long as I'm with that person, right? So it may sound cringe to y'all, but that's how I see it. Well, what about you guys? Do you have like a dream state that you guys would like to live in, right? Sirius said, I knew you would say where your mom is. Sirius said, okay, build the dream vacation house in Guyana, but you have an apartment in New York. I mean, we already have a house in Guyana though, so like we don't really need another one, Syria. But like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I feel like, I don't know, I maybe just somewhere different, right? Somewhere different, even though I don't know, maybe some country I've never been to, that would be cool, right? Europe is pretty cool. Maybe I'll live in a United European state, right? Maybe I'll move to England. I'm not moving to England. I don't know nobody there. I've never even been there, right? But if we have to choose a random place, I don't know, somewhere I've never been, because I feel like that's pretty cool. I've been to like all the places I've been to, no desire to really live there, right? Except for like New York, I guess, because I've always been there, but like it's not like a dream place, right? Ask me that after I've traveled like all the countries I want to travel to, okay? Because I feel like once you visit a place one time, if you have a desire to go back, and you go back again and you really like it, then that could be your dream place to live, right? But I will say, whatever dream place I do live in, they'll be paying me a top-notch salary, or I'll just be making a lot of money in that place. So I guess that's in my way, my dream place, whatever place is paying me a lot of money. So yeah. People are saying move to Nashville, Tennessee. People are saying move to Trinidad and Tobago. Okay. Somebody's saying, or Golden, Colorado. I've seen Colorado's landscapes. It looks really pretty in Colorado for sure. Evan said, I'm craving bad food again. Hard to stay on code. When's your cheat day, Evan? Do you have like a cheat day, one day where you eat whatever you want? Or is that like a no for you? Like, I want to bring all these paintings home, but there's no way this could go in a suitcase. That's the only thing. Maybe the small ones can. So this is how I transport paintings. Just put it in a garbage bag, and I guess you guys could probably use this if you have to move anytime soon. Garbage bag, like that, and they all fit. Okay, so let me take out the push pins from the walls. Oh, I had a case right here for the push pins. Okay. Any new comments on TikTok? No new comments. All right. Let's see on YouTube. People on YouTube. Life on the islands is the best. Okay, yeah, you got the beach every morning. You get the nutmeg ice cream if you're from Grenada, right? Yeah, beach. I love a beach. A beach is always a fun moment. A beach is always a fun moment for sure. Evan said, Mia, the mini cheesecake. Oh, it really helped you. Okay, cool. Then I saw 2 for 1 double chocolate cake. So you ordered 2 for £10. You know what, Evan? That's a great deal. So just think about it as like a cheat day snack for you, right? Sirius said, I want a house in Dubai. Okay, cool. In an apartment in 3 major cities. Okay, your goal is New York, LA, and London. Okay. Isn't that a song? I feel like that's a song. I don't know. I feel like there's a song that mentions all those countries. That's cool. Yeah, well, I want to visit Dubai one day. My mom really wants to visit that country, but I don't know if I would want to live there because I've never been there, right? But my mom really wants to visit that country. So one day, you can't even stream in Dubai. So like when I go to Dubai, I can't stream because that's one country. You don't want to break the rules. You really don't. So Stu has to come to you. That's a country you need a mail to visit. Yeah, it's one of those countries, right? But yeah, very, very pretty though.
Evan said yesterday was a cheat day. Okay, cool. Evan said, Syria, that would be stressful in different countries as you would have to keep them rented out. Squatters are no joke. Hey, February, glad you could be here. Squatters be crazy delusional. No, that is so true. That's the only thing though. So Syria, when you accomplish your goals of like having apartments or houses in all those countries, like you need to have that gated community. You need to have the security because if you have those stuff, right, squatters aren't gonna go there. So you need to have like gated community security or something like that. The squatters are crazy. I do agree. They're interested. Hey, 573. Evan said they locked the door like roaches. That's funny. What are we saying? Nose, neck, lungs, stomach, heart, interested. Wait, what? Who is that? What do you? I'm so confused. Why'd you type that? Do you just like human body parts? Okay. Very okay. Thank you for that. Hey, how are you doing, 8976? Glad you could be here. Good morning, February. How are you doing today? Hello, 8976. Good morning to you as well. Glad you could be here. Today you're looking beautiful. Thank you so much for your kind words. Thank you. Remember, I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. I show you what my life is like. We got the fashion videos. We got the Eat With Me's. We got the technology videos. We got the days in the life as a graduate student, education videos, and a lot more. And y'all are welcome for your positivity and uniqueness. Hello, Lee. Welcome back, Doormob Man. How are you doing today? If you guys have a question for me, comment, or concern, want to start a conversation, feel free to ask it, and I'll be more than happy to answer y'all. Right now, we're packing up. It's a slow process, but we're getting there. I do at least want to cut into the bulk of a lot of things today, right? So let's get moving. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Jack. What did I think about that song? What you say? That's so funny. I'm so funny, guys. That's hilarious. That's great. It's great. But what did he say? Ew! Y'all didn't see that. Nothing around here, man. Nothing around here. Don't look at that. That was nasty. Ew. That was disgusting. Ew. I'm not sick, guys. I'm fine, okay? Uniquely Mia does not get sick. Okay? Remember, my mom's gonna make me take the flu shot for real. Ew. Okay. We're back. So, is it apocalyptic talk? Yeah, if you want to, we can definitely talk about the apocalypse in here. So, let me hang up some of my jackets. Okay, when my mom moves me out, what jacket am I gonna wear? I'm not gonna wear this. This is too much effort. Too flowery. Not flowery isn't even the right word, but y'all know what I mean. I hope you know what I mean. Too furry. We'll just wear my basic black jacket. Hang her up. Oh, I gotta pack my shoes. I got another garbage bag. Okay. Where are you off to? I'm moving out next week, so I'm just packing up all the items now. Like, y'all, there's a few days before I move out, but tomorrow's live stream is going to be about nails. The next live stream, we're going to go back to the gym, and then on the days I don't stream, I don't want to move out. I don't want to pack up anything. So, we're just going to do it all. We're probably going to have to do it on Sunday or Saturday tomorrow, too, honestly. Not tomorrow. I'm probably gonna have to pack up some stuff off stream, to be honest, because this is a lot and I don't think we'll get to everything. Oh no, tomorrow. Okay, so you want to do the apocalyptic talk tomorrow? Okay, we can do that for sure. Hey, how are you doing? Glad you could be here. What are you saying? Show me your beautiful nails. Okay, thank you so much. These are the nails. I did have to troubleshoot this one and repaint it because this is the one that cracked a little bit. So these are the nails. What you think about it? Let me know. Excuse me. Thank you for your kind words. You're really cute as well. Thank you. Glad you like the dress. Yeah. Oh, well, to be honest, when I streamed packing up on Tuesday, that was the first day I started. Yesterday, I got really sick for some reason, right? I don't understand why, but I literally could not do anything intensive yesterday, so I did not pack up anything yesterday. So even though it may seem like I've been packing up for 3 days, honestly, I just did it for 1 day, and today makes the second day. How much do I have left? I just have my bed in area, but like I said on Tuesday, the bed is the last thing I do, so that's gonna be packed the day of. So I have my bathroom. What I wanna do in my bathroom is just like take out like my laundry detergent and like my hair products, and then just the hangers, and the kitchen. I have to pack up like my pots and pans. So it's not a lot, right? And it's not even gonna look like it's not gonna look ready, right? It's not gonna look empty until literally the day of, because the bed is once again, I'm telling you, I'm not even exaggerating. Once I take off my sheet and once I bring down my tapestry, it's gonna look ready. It's gonna look empty. So I don't have a lot left, but it's taking a lot of breaks. So that's why I feel like it's taking so long. Somebody said superb nail art. Thank you so much. Yes, we are wearing the glasses today. Friday 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Doormob man. Yeah, we're dual streaming today. So let us put the hangers in the bag. This is a lot of hangers, and I don't buy hangers. It's like when you go to stores, I guess I do in a way, but when you go to stores like Macy's or Belk or like Forever 21 or H&M or Zara, you can ask them if you can keep the hangers, and sometimes they let you keep it. So that's how my family and I got the majority of our hangers. We just asked them if we can keep the hangers. Okay. It's hot in here. La, la. You guys are so far away. Okay. What are we saying? Sorry, I forgot. What's my favorite food? Roti with shrimp and pumpkin. Sirius said, so is Mia more into memories than being materialistic? I guess people would describe me as that, yeah, for sure, because I'd rather spend my money on traveling, or I'd rather save up my money and like buy like an airplane ticket with that money to a country I really wanted to go to, rather than buy items of like a lot of stuff. Now if I could do both, that would be awesome, right? So I feel like, yeah, I guess. So yeah, I feel like if in an ideal world, that's what I would do. yeah, spend my money more so on airline tickets and stuff like that. Do I do that now? I mean, most of my money for airline tickets have just been to like go home from school. So I wouldn't say I'm a materialistic person. I mean, I do like cool clothes. I do like cool handbags. I'll save my money if I can and get something really cool. But I'd rather buy an airline ticket and have the memories that I went to this country rather than have the item, just one bag, and the bag is looking at me in my room, and I'm looking at the bag in my room. I'm like, oh, you're a lot of money. I could have been in like Paris or Dubai or like Bali with this money. So yeah, that's how I see it. What about you guys? What are you? Are you more so materialistic, or do you more so like the memories of stuff? It's like massages, right? Massages, like you'll pay a lot of money to get a massage, but have the memory of the massage and how good the massage was, rather than spending the money on like a pair of shoes that like, okay, I wear the shoes, you're looking at the shoes, I'm looking at the shoes, you made my feet hurt. I got no massage from the shoes, right? So yeah. But what's your favorite food? Doorknob man. Okay. What are we saying? 8976 said she's so hardworking. Whenever she's being online, she's definitely do something works as well. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, when I first started streaming, these were like my OG or original streams that I did, where I would like clean up with y'all and etc. So I haven't done them in a while. So like, if you're new, this will seem new to you, but if you're a returning supporter who's been with Uniquely Mia streaming for a while, you know that this is how we started with the live streaming journeys. I do like them. I think they're kind of cool because like you guys are seeing me do stuff, right? Rather than sitting down and just responding to y'all. I like both streams, like the sitting down streams, but when I'm outside active doing stuff or like in my room just showing you what I'm doing, I feel like it's pretty cool too. Oh, you're gonna make yourself some coffee with nutmeg. That sounds really good. That sounds good, Claudia. Very nice. Enjoy it. Claudia said, you're trying to distract myself. You saw something sad while walking. Oh no, that's really sad. Yeah, that is definitely sad. Yeah, it's really crazy how like you just be doing something happy in your day and then like bad news will come, or you'll see something really bad or sad and that can like deteriorate your whole mood, honestly. That's very sad. One second, guys. Let me put all these hangers in the bag, and then I will come back and respond to y'all. I got so much hangers. I'm like, let me donate these hangers. This is a lot of hangers. I don't even think I used all of them. Alright, all the hangers are in the bag. Alrighty, so now we got this. This is a strawberry print hat. Oh, these are the clothes that I said I want to donate. Not my hat. I don't know why the hat was there. You know what else we're gonna pack up? We're gonna do my shoes. My shoes needs to be packed up because right now I'm only wearing one pair of boots when I go outside. Okay. New comments. No new comments. Alright, nothing on TikTok. On YouTube. Sirius said memories could get you through hard times and having nice car outside. That is true. That is true. I do agree with that for sure. I do agree with that 100%. But like I said, I feel like in an ideal world, I would be both because like I also said in the past numerous times, I'm like, if I'm very stressed, if I'm having a bad day, I could just go to a mall. Like, and it's not any mall. It has to be a really good mall, right? A good mall. It has a good stores. And just take me there while I'll walk around the mall. Sometimes I'm not even buying something and I'll feel better just walking around a mall. I don't know why, right? So I guess I guess I am a little bit materialistic, but at the same time I'm not. So in an ideal world, I'm both. In an ideal world, And in the future, because that's going to happen in the future. In the future, I'm going to be a person, I'm like, okay, let's buy this ticket. We going on an airplane today, right? And then when we get there, I'm like, okay, Mom, what you want? You know what? Don't even tell me. Here's the card or here's the cash, whatever you want. Buy it. Okay, I'm gonna buy what I want, right? So, in the future, Uniquely Mia is both things. We're materialistic. And we like the memories of both things. But like in this current moment of time, 9 times out of 10, I have to choose either or. And when I choose that either or, I'm choosing to travel. Like I told you, I rarely ask my mom for stuff. And I'm not even exaggerating, right? It may seem like I ask my mom for a lot of stuff because she gives me a lot of stuff and she takes me a lot of places, but honestly, I don't really ask my mom for stuff. The only thing I ask my mom for is like if she's going on vacation, I'm like, so can you take me on vacation too? Like that's the only thing I ask my mom for, literally traveling to take me on vacations. That's what I ask her for. I don't ask her for designer items or anything like that. So yeah, because I prefer the memories of it. What are we saying? 8976 said, Mia, today you look beautiful. Can you please sing a song for all the friends? Thank you so much for your kind words. You're beautiful as well. Sing a song. Okay. Are you ready for it? 1, 2, 3, 4. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Give me an A. Give me a B. Give me a C, a D, a E, F, G. Was that good? I don't know. Like add some music on it. Add the auto tune. I feel like that could be really cool. I don't know. What y'all think about the song? What y'all think about it? None asked or said, what advice on how to respond to negative feedback? Some advice to respond to negative feedback. Well, it's a choice to respond to it, right? So if you choose to respond to negative feedback, I mean, just respond to it in a positive way, right? So you can acknowledge that, hey, this person wrote something negative and they chose to be negative. So if you choose to respond to that negative feedback, just respond, just do it, respond like positively, right? Just respond in a positive way. But like if you're seeing negative feedback, right, and you see consistent negative feedback sometimes, you can look at that comment, you can look at that feedback and you can be like, okay, who are you giving me this feedback? Okay, you gave me negative feedback. You have no impact. You have no effect on my life. I don't care. Thanks for sharing your negative opinion. Just move on with your day, right? That's at least how I work with it because, like, it depends on who gives you negative feedback, right? If my professors give me negative feedback, I'm like, oh, snap, that impacts my grade. Yes, tell me what to do. Let me fix this because I don't want a bad grade, right? So that negative feedback matters to me. If my mom gives me negative feedback, I'm like, okay, nice. Let me try and improve a little bit on this feedback, right? But as I always say, sometimes, most of the time, where I receive negative feedback is from social media. And 9 times out of 10, I really appreciate your support, my supporters on social media. But sometimes people on social media who give me negative feedback, they don't even know me. Like, they may never even have watched one of my videos. They may have just seen one video, and that's the only video they ever saw from me. And from that one video, they want to give me consistent negative feedback and think their opinion matters. What? So that's how I see it, honestly. And I think that's how you have to approach negative feedback. It's really important who gives you that feedback and what you think about that individual, right? So yeah, that's how I see it. What's the story behind my birthday hair? The story behind my birthday hair is that Queen Mother, also known as my mom, did my hairstyle for me, and my mom, myself, other individuals in my family were very creative. We like to use our creative freedom, and my mom, people on YouTube, my YouTube supporters, shout out to y'all. You guys have described me as like my doll for my mom. So like my mom, I'm her willing participant, her willing doll, and she just let her creative freedom come to life with Uniquely Mia. And you know what? The style wasn't for everyone, but it was a pretty cool hairstyle in my book. I did like it. It grew on me for sure. So let me see what we're saying. Sirius said, I'm into making memories too, everyday fads. Everything fades away, even people, but memories live on. That is true. I do agree with that. Sarah said, but I won't lie, shopping is fun. No, it can definitely be fun. Some retail therapy never fails. That is true. Hey, One Delish, how you doing today? Keep flowing. We'll definitely do. Oh, you wanted me to keep flowing with the song? Okay, it was a good song. I feel like the beat was good. Like you guys didn't hear the beat, but I heard the beat. I think it was good, right? I think it was good. I think we could like go in a studio. We could record that, and like it could be playing on radio stations. What y'all think? Let me know, guys. Serious. Sing the Sam Smith song. Oh no, the Stay song with Bianca. Guys, I thought I knew the words to that song. I don't even know the right words to it because when we were singing, I'm like, wow, this was the words. But I could do like the Stay part. Mind you, my throat is a little scratchy because I'm recovering from a little sickness, right? But like, we're gonna do it. This is so bad. Oh, come on. Okay. That's gonna be really bad, guys. That's hilarious. Okay. Stay with me. I have roommates. Like, my roommates are gonna be annoyed with me. So that's all we got. If you guys want to hear more of it, definitely check out the video. But yeah, that was something. I will say if I did Stay by Rihanna, it probably would have been much better. Like, Stay by Rihanna is my go-to karaoke song. Ew, here's my cup. Okay, what are we saying? All right, no new comments. We got that. Okay, let's see. You're so pretty as well. Thank you so much for your kind words, Sharon. Thank you. The algorithm knew that you want to be part of a community where you're welcome for your positivity and uniqueness, so I recommend the channel. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, so you never have to leave. Remember, I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia, a dual degree graduate student studying public administration and criminal justice, and I show you what my life is like. We got education videos, fashion videos, technology videos, manicure videos, hair videos, gym videos, and a lot more. Let me know, how's your day going today? If you have a question for me, you want my opinion on something, feel free to ask it, and I'll be more than happy to answer it. Right now, we're packing up. So we went through the carry-on, we packed up my paintings, we packed up my hangers. I don't know if I should bring down my tapestry. I'm gonna leave my tapestry up now just because it's a good background for when I'm streaming. So my tapestry will definitely be like the last thing that I take down. You'd hit the gold buzzer? Really, Claudia? Okay. Should I go on America's Got Talent? No, that would take a ridiculous amount of confidence. I think I have to work my way up to that type of confidence, guys, to go on America's Got Talent because, guys, I will admit that I do enjoy those videos on YouTube where I see the America's Got Talent fails. They are so hilarious. And you know what? Even though they're funny, I shout out to those people who thought they could sing and they went on that stage and did it, because that takes a lot of confidence, because like there are thousands of people, if not hundreds of people, in that America's Got Talent like audition crowd, and those people will go on stage and they're like, they would talk to the judges and they're like, yeah, I've been singing for like a few years, this is my dream to be a singer and I think I'm pretty good, and it's the first word they say, it is so bad. The first word, but it's so funny, right? So thank you, Claudia. Claudia, when you become a judge on America's Got Talent, let me know. And then I'll go and I'll do it for y'all. But that would be so funny. Oh my gosh. Sirius said, I see Mia one day being on America's Got Talent. Really? Okay. I'll do it for y'all. I just need to get a little more confidence. A little bit more confidence, guys. And then I'll definitely perhaps do it for y'all. Somebody said, none said, okay, what a judge, and you're an American Got Talent, answer the question, then sing a song. Oh, like what judge? I don't want that Simon guy. He's always so mean. Mind you, he did form Fifth Harmony, and he did form One Direction, so like, hey, if he's forming your group, you set up for success already. But that guy, he is so mean, especially if you're bad. No, I don't want him as my judge. He's really mean. Who else? Wasn't Demi Lovato a judge? I feel like Demi Lovato was kind of nice as a judge. I feel like she, even though she didn't like you, she was mean, right? Even though she didn't like you, if you were bad, she wasn't overly mean as a judge, right? I know Nicki Minaj was a judge once. She laughed at people. I know there's other one, the guy with no hair. I don't know his name, no. Yeah. Just not that Simon guy. He's really mean to those people if you're bad. I don't want him. what song would I sing? It would have to be an original. Like, I would have to make up a song like that AB song. I would have to do something like that. Why? Because I am really bad at memorizing songs, unless I do Let It Go. The snow glows bright on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. Don't let them in, let it go, let it go. Like, you see? So it would have to be a Disney song, Let It Go, or it would have to be like that song that I just made up. It would have to be one or the two. I can't, any other artists, I'm gonna butcher it. I'm gonna butcher it. So I feel like if I make up a song, nobody would know if I messed it up, right? Because, like, it's my song. So I feel like that would be a better one. Is that show still on? I don't think so, honestly. Well, is it? Well, no, it is. Yeah, America's Got Talent is still happening. But I think they do it in seasons, Claudia. So, but it's still happening. I guess it's just not as famous as it used to be for people. Claudia said, but one of their family and friends tell them they can't sing. That's what I'm wondering too. Like, because literally people who are so bad, when you watch those, like, the worst America's Got Talent auditions, they go on stage and they're always saying, I'm a great singer, and their family being, like, in the backstage just looking at them smiling. Their family's always in the backstage looking at them smiling. And I'm like, nobody told you that? Like, my mom's gonna tell me I can't sing. Or my mom won't tell me I can't sing. She would just be like, find your right audience, right? She would be like, find your right audience for that. But, like, I don't know. I really don't know, Claudia. I mean, the whole family could have been delusional. That is something. It could be genetic. It could have been genetic, honestly. The whole family could have thought they could sing. So you never know. Do a fit check. Okay. This is the fit check. I did put on my house slippers. We got the dress. I don't know the designer, but it's from Marshall's. The hat is from a wholesale store on 34th Street or around 34th Street area. The hair is from Queen Mother, Uniquely Mom. So yeah. My voice is pretty, so you'll buy my song. Let me know, because we can go to the studio and record an album. I'll sell the album, or I'll sell the song for 1 penny. 1 penny. I'll sell the song for 1 penny. Let me see. You guys think I can sing? Or what? Yeah, good luck with Simon, people said. Sirius said Simon kills dreams. No, that is true, though. That is true. The truth hurts sometimes, Claudia said. You think Nikki was America's Idol? Oh, wait. Why do they have so much? They got America's Got Talent and they got American Idol. That's confusing me a little bit now. That's honestly confusing me a little bit. Nonsense sing, Mia. What are you saying? Claudia said, yes, singing in the shower is my specialty. Reddit, what are you doing, Red? Glad you could be here. Have you ever tried BWC before? What in the world is that? What is that? I don't know what that is. So, okay. That was a lot of talking. Let's start packing up some more stuff now. This is summer clothes right here. Summer clothes. We got a sweater. Love a comfy sweater to wear. Okay, I think we gotta move to the bathroom now, guys. Everything that I can do out here, I think it's practically done. We can go to the bathroom or the kitchen. I think let's go to the kitchen, actually, because the bathroom, I think that's going to be really quick. The kitchen, I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I would have to pack up in the kitchen. So let's go out there and see. 1 second, guys. Okay. I had a lot of garbage I need to throw out. What are we saying? You got Claudia won the Grammy singing in the shower. That's funny. And the Grammy goes to Headphones Paper Syria. No, that's really cool. Okay, so let's see. And now there's a song, Singing in the Shower. Have you guys ever heard that one? I don't know the artist. I forgot her name, but it was good. Look at all these forks I had. I didn't know I had all those forks. Alrighty, guys. Okay. What's happening in the chat? No new comments on TikTok for YouTube. Sarah said, I'd like to thank my shower for always supporting and never leaving me. Okay. That's the speech I give myself. No, it's honestly a good speech. Like, you showed appreciation for like the people or the thing that supported your singing Syria. So like, honestly, and it's short and it's concise, straight to the point. That's a great speech. That's a great speech, honestly. Okay. So for everyone who just joined, I'm Mia, and I'm moving out. Ooh. So we're packing up some stuff. Can I hold this like this? Okay, yeah, I can. Then I have a rice cooker, but I put oil in here, so I have to empty out this oil. My mom would probably say empty it in a bottle, so I have to look and see if I have that and wash it so I can pack that. And then bowls. Throughout the semester, for some reason, I always be misplacing / losing bowls. I don't know why. Cutting boards. My mom bought all this when she visited me. She came to my school one year and she visited me and she was cooking and she wanted to cook and she was like, you have nothing to cook with, nothing. So she went to Walmart and bought all this. Oh gosh. 1 second, guys. Well, that's not gonna work, but it's thinking. I feel like pots and pans are definitely one of the most challenging things for me to pack up, just because I can never find bags that are like big enough to hold everything, so it always has to be divided into multiple bags, which can sometimes be annoying. This can go in the garbage. I don't think anybody's gonna use this. Well, I thought that would take longer. I really did. So, snap. Let me actually throw away this bowl. These bowls look so old. Just throw this away. Okay. So, this is it. What we're working with. I'm gonna wash the rice cooker, as I said, and put it in here. But I need to find something to put this back in the drawer or the cabinet until it's time to move out. I might take it out before because I might forget about it, honestly. But we'll put it in here for now. I'm not going to forget about it anytime soon, I don't think. Let me see if I find a bottle so I can dump out the oil. 1 second. Yeah, no bottle to dump out the oil, so I need to I need to drink out like all the juice and sodas I have so I can find a bottle. So we're just gonna leave the rice cooker and the oil out until we find that. I have a box full of items that I need to throw out, and then I have 2 mini bags like of garbage, like garbage bags that I need to throw out, but I'm not going outside today, it's cold. What are y'all saying? It's back. We're back in the room, and we'll quickly check out my bathroom. See if I can throw anything away. I did want to pack up my shoes, so we can do that. All right. What are y'all saying? Space. All right. Pajamas. Okay. Put on our hat. What are we saying, guys? Claudia. I'm serious, and Claudia, I think Mia needs a pet. I got a cat. You have a dog. What would you like, Mia? A horse. A horse. I do not want. I'm scared of dogs. They bite. Cats. Their eyes look too human to me, and I grew up watching like witchy TV shows, which made me think or want to be a witch, right? So I'm like, I don't want that, especially black cats. And then so I went to summer camp when I was younger, and I did horseback riding, and that was really fun, and that was really cool. So if I ever get like an animal or want an animal, it'd have to be a horse. Okay. What were we doing? We're going through our stuff. Go away. Okay. Sorry. Something popped up on my screen. All right. Siri said, I bet Mia says dog. You can travel with your dog. Yeah, I'm scared of dogs. But like, if I wasn't scared of dogs, I would probably want a Chihuahua to be like Sharpay Evans. But that's only if I was not scared of dogs. But I'm scared of dogs, so I can't do that. I was not expecting a horse. Yeah, I went to summer camp. That was cool. So we got orange juice. My mom said to mix it with honey, but I looked. I don't have honey. Let me step out of the bathroom and drink this. I'm not drinking juice in the bathroom. I cannot do that. Ew. That oranges don't taste good. Ugh. Ow. It did something to my throat. I don't know what. I think a chemical reaction with the oranges in my throat is happening right now. I don't know what it did, guys. What are we saying? Claudia said, I used to not like cats until I got one. He's so sweet. He passed away. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad, Claudia. I'm so sad that's so sad, man. That's so sad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened to you, man. That's so sad. It's like I had it. Like I'm scared of dogs, right? But when I was in South America, there was a dog called Wilfred, and she adopted me, and I was feeding her. I was giving her some good food. And then when I came back to America over the summer, I literally paid like a caretaker to take care of her, and somebody, I don't know what happened to her. Somebody took her. Or somebody stole her or something like that. So, that wasn't good. Take antibiotics, but like, I was just taking Robitussin, guys. Should I take the antibiotics or no? My mom is texting me. She's like, it'll kill infections. But like, I was taking Robitussin literally yesterday. I took one today. Are there any doctors on the stream? Should I say I was taking medicine yesterday or no? Can I mix different medicines or no? This is antibiotics. I've never taken it. I haven't taken it yet. I'm gonna Google that. But if you have any doctors on stream or med students, what's your professional opinion on that? But I'm gonna Google it before I actually do that, because I don't want to self-medicate. That's one thing I don't like. All right. Okay, what's this? Okay, so we got some cleaning products in here. Let me leave this out to clean my bathroom. I like to clean up before you move out, right? Because I charge you glass cleaner. Well, this I never use. This is deodorant. My mom bought it. What year are we in? Well, 2025. Oops. This is expired. It expired on the 4th. My mom bought this, I think, last year when I was moving in, because it was like on sale for $2. I used it one time and I did not like it. It's like that spray, on deodorant. It did not work for me. And it's not even good anymore. I have to throw it away. It's expired. They all expired on 4/25. you wore this outside, you'd be smelling. This expired 3/25. Now we know why it's on sale. About this one. Can I use it? Like a jelly consistency. Ow. What are we saying? What kind of doctor? I guess any doctor. I have antibiotics in my room, so I'm thinking about taking the antibiotics, right? The pills, I have that. But this morning and yesterday, I took Robitussin. So I would instead start taking the antibiotics and no longer take the Robitussin. So, yeah. Hey, Drake, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. How are you doing? Okay, you said you're a psych student, right? What's your professional opinion? I'm still gonna Google it, but what's your professional opinion? All right, yesterday I was taking Robitussin, right, because I wasn't feeling well. This morning I also took Robitussin, right? So, like, since you said you're, like, studying in the arena of medicine, is it okay to mix it? Not mix it, but, like, since this morning I took Robitussin and yesterday I took Robitussin, would it be okay for me to start taking antibiotics today? Because I have antibiotics pills in my room and I'm not feeling well. Let me know what you think. But I have to figure out what to do. Okay, what are we saying? Mia, I'm about to cry. Why aren't you emotional? You are leaving for good. Yeah, I'm leaving for good. I'm not emotional because, like, I never really cared for living on campus, right? Like, I don't like living on campus. The thing about it, I always say I don't like school. I would instead say it's not that I don't like school. I just don't like living on campus away from my mom. School is fine. It gives me anxiety, yes, but, like, it gives me something to do, which I do like. But, like, I just don't like living on campus. So, like, me and campus, we're not like that. So, like, I'm happy to leave and go home, honestly. At least move out. I'm happy for that. You're leaving for good. Yes, I am leaving this school for good. The only way I will return back to this school is if they hire me for a job, right? If I apply in the future to work at this school, then I will be coming back for that. But I've maxed out on the degrees that I could ideally get at this school, right? They have other postgraduate degrees, but it's not in my field of study. So, yeah, no more. I will no longer be a student at this school. I've maxed out on the degrees that I can get from this school. Oh, okay, you said they're good. I can use it. Okay, you can use it after expiration. Okay, I'll keep it. Maybe my mom will want it. Thanks for that. So I'll keep them. Okay, Drake said, okay, I'm fine taking antibiotics, even though I took the Robitussin, right? Okay, all right, thank you for that. So I'll definitely, I'll take that after. Because I like to take medicine when I eat, and I'm not hungry right now, so I'll take it closer to when I'm ready to eat. But thank you for that. You see, Uniquely Mia channel is great, guys. We got like medical people on the stream. We got like business people. We got teachers. We got chefs. We got everybody. So like instead of like having to go to a doctor, like go to a doctor, right? But like instead of having to like search for, high and low for the right people, all you gotta do is come to the Uniquely Mia live stream. Obviously, guys, before somebody actually do that and take bad advice and get sick from and want to sue me, let me put a big disclaimer in. Always fact check your information, right? Always fact check. I'm just building a community, right? We have King of the Weather. We have a weather person, right? So the Uniquely Mia channel is a community where we are, fostering those relationships, networking with people, creating a positive environment, and etc., right, where we can ask each other questions and get our answers, and always fact check your information, right? Always do that, because don't come after me if somebody give you bad information, you get in trouble with that. Don't do that. But we're building a positive community, which is great. We'd love to see it. Evan said Drake drinks chocolate milk. He is still preschool, even though he has twerk videos. I can't cope with the idea that Drake is a grown man. Mia, you're all done. Yeah, we're almost done. Yup. Evan said, Mia, a lot of things can be used after the best date. Okay. So I'm gonna give it to my mom because I don't like the spray-on deodorant. I'd rather use this, like the deodorant or like the bar or whatever. I'd rather use this one. I really don't like the spray-on one. I don't know. I feel like it just doesn't latch on the same way for some reason. What are we saying? Even that was how many years ago? Drake said, I will definitely come to Mia for criminal justice advice. Okay, yeah, like, you can definitely do that for sure. Public administration, criminal justice, question about the government, I can definitely answer it for y'all, for sure. So, but always fact check. Fact checking is very important. So let's put some stuff in here. What are we doing? I wanted to bring this home, but I feel like you have to check a suitcase to bring this home, and I'm not doing that. I have to Google how many ounces you can bring in a carry-on. This is Shea Moisture leave-in conditioner. I bought this when I was at school. When I wash my hair at home, I like to put, I still have hair in the bottom. That is there's still hair from my last wash. I didn't even know I still had hair in here. From my guys, I get overstimulated when I wash my hair. This is hair from like that was shedding from the last time I washed my hair at school. Wash your hair, put conditioner in it, it'll make it, I don't know. But this is leave-in conditioner. Okay, pack that, bring that home. You got bathing soap, empty thing of toothbrushes, but I have extras. A hair dryer, you need to dry your hair. A flat iron, I never even used this at school. I think I used it one time. An iron. More deodorant. Actually, this is garbage. Jam. A random bowl. I think I'm supposed to clean up with this, but like take water and like dump it on the walls. And then we got more cleaning supplies. I have a brush. I got a brush to like, I have to clean my shower. I have to like scrub the walls with it. And then this is hydrogen peroxide in case you get like a cut. So I'm gonna throw this away. This was like a clear mat. My mom's not gonna use this in the house. So this was like a, honestly, I don't know if she'll use it or not. I'll take it home. But, excuse me, this was a mat you put on the bottom of your shower. Oh, I don't have one. I thought I had one. Oopsie daisy, so you don't fall down. What are we saying? Okay, it's easy to hold the phone up and read your comments. Claudia said, if I ever get pulled over, will contact me for advice. Well, if you ever do get pulled over, particularly in the United States, guys, remember, be compliant with the officer, right? Don't, like, officers, they have discretion, and they can say whatever to escalate the situation. So, one, if you ever get pulled over, it's important, start recording, whether that's a video recording or a voice recording. That's within your right. You can do that. 2, be compliant, be kind, be nice to the officer, right? Even if you're annoyed, I understand that. Be nice to the officer because you don't want to catch an attitude with the officer and they're like, oh, escalate the situation. You should, if they want to search your car, you got to ask them, do they have probable cause, right? If they don't have probable cause and you're not arrested, they should not search your car, right? But sometimes they will still violate that right. That's why it's very important to have like the recording on, because if they violate that right, if they like, hey, I don't have probable cause and they still search it, you can sue them probably, get money. I don't know, reprimand the officer, right? But that's a violation of your rights. If you are arrested though, underneath the Carroll Doctrine, they can seize your car and they can search your car without a warrant, right? So yeah, but yeah, and I made videos about this, so just go to like my YouTube homepage. You can pick playlists and watch some of those criminal justice videos. I think I have one specifically about traffic stops because that is the most common encounter that people, at least in America, has with police officers and law enforcement officers. But yeah. As I said, you shouldn't really be scared of police officers. I totally understand there's a lot of terrible things that has happened, especially to minorities, right? But at the end of the day, that's very rare, I like to say. The only reason why it seems like more bad things exist among law enforcement officers than good things is because when the bad things happen, the media often
reports that more often. However, remember, if all officers were bad, if all officers were terrible, everything in society would be messed up because they would have to dismantle the police department. So not all police officers are bad, not all law enforcement officers. So you should not be scared. You should never be scared, but always record yourself so that way you are protected if anything needs to happen, right? So yeah. Sierra said, yeah, Mia, you'll be our resident criminal justice expert. Do I always need to have bail money just in case? I don't think you could bail yourself out. I need to get my charger. Let me answer that question in a minute. Let me get my charger. When it comes to bailing yourself out, you don't really need to have money on you, right? Like a lot of bail money on you, especially like don't do that because like if you have a ridiculous amount of money on you, people that might be a suspicious. They'll be like, what, were you planning to commit this crime, right? So you never should walk around with a lot of money, period, right? I don't think that's a good thing to do. But you should always have like funds available in case something happens and you need to be bailed out, because unfortunately for false like incarcerations, false imprisonments, that is a real thing, right? So there's multiple things that can happen. Like if you own a property, you can put that property, like that can be a form of bail, right? If you don't have cash right off the bat, but you should have like money in the bank in case, enough to do that, because unfortunately bail often negatively impacts low minority people, right? Because like imagine a scenario, this has happened in the past, right? Imagine somebody who is falsely incarcerated, right? They're falsely imprisoned in a jail, right? They go in front of a judge sets their bail at like $20,000, right? It's a lot of money, right? Especially for somebody from a low income community, you're not gonna have liquid cash $20,000 available or $15,000 available right off the bat. And if they don't, 9 times out of 10, people from low income communities, they don't own property. If you don't own a home, you can't put that home like on a bond. You can't do that. So what happened is there's something known, I think it's a bails bonds person, and that person lends you the money. They lend you the money, but you got to pay them back, right? So you should always have a certain amount of money in the bank, right? Because unfortunately, imprisonment never benefits minorities, right? It's always minorities and low income people, particularly low income people is always the victims of it. So yeah, But I did a video on that as well, too. It's a good video. You guys should go and watch. Check it out for sure. I wanted to say something else, but I forgot what else I wanted to say related to that. Maybe it'll come back to me later. We'll probably see more of me now. Jake's out with the streams. Yeah, I'm gonna make a new streaming schedule for 2026 for sure. Claudia said, I haven't used a straightener in 2 years. My hair's gotten so healthy. That is, yes, I can see that. Yeah, because for me in particular, prior to me entering higher education, like college, grad school, I always used to straighten my hair. My mom would send me to Dominicans, and when I tell you my hair was damaged, it would literally burn. My hair was so bad. So predominantly my mom has done my hair, and she's done it in like protective hairstyles where it's braided up. And because of that, my natural hair has gotten a lot more healthy. So straightening your hair, particularly often, it's very damaging. Kat said, not saying Drake is wrong at all, but you probably shouldn't take the antibiotics because you don't know if you're sick because of the bacteria infection. Usually colds are due to virus infections. Okay. I'll definitely Google it for sure and check it out. But thank you so much for that, Kat, for telling me that. Yeah, but I'm gonna Google that out. I'm gonna fact check it and see what some people are saying too. Drake said, I didn't know how easy it was to say no to a search. I said no and they let me go. It is, yeah. I may have had something about. No, that is true because officers, they know their rights. That's what I'm saying. They know what rights you have as humans. But the thing, as citizens, officers aren't going to tell you. They're not going to tell you because that makes their job a lot harder, right? So as citizens, if you know you are innocent, and if that's why probable cause. That's why you should always ask the officer, do you have probable cause, right, to search? They don't like that question, but they should answer it. And if they don't answer, or if they say no, they should not search you because they need probable cause to search or they need a warrant to search you, right? The only exception to that is if it's like a hot pursuit, right, where they're chasing a criminal, they can enter your property, they can search your bag. If you're arrested, even if you're innocent, if you're arrested in your car, if you're arrested with belongings on you, those are like the only exceptions where they can search your items and
do yourself without a warrant, right? But outside of that, you have the right to say no, particularly. Yeah. And for the people who's tuning in from like South America, I'm speaking about from an American perspective. I don't know what Guyana's laws, South America laws are like when it comes into law enforcement officers, so I can only speak about it from the perspective of like an American and my studies there. None asks, so you think everyone should have an emergency statement and an emergency bail money? Yeah, I think so, especially if you're a minority person in America. It doesn't hurt to have it because unfortunately the criminal justice system, it is not set up for minorities. It is not set up for low-income people. So yeah, and your emergency statement, it's not really an emergency statement. When you're arrested, I don't care if you're innocent, I don't care if you're guilty, be quiet. The officer needs to read you your Miranda rights, right? And don't tell the officer to read your Miranda rights, because if they don't read it, that's on them. That's not on you. If you want money from the government, it's a long lawsuit. But there are different ways, because lawsuits are the most common method that people use when their rights are violated, right? But after your Miranda rights are read to you, and even if your Miranda rights aren't read to you, the one statement that you need to say is that I am executing my right to remain silent. I'm executing my right to remain silent. If you want to add in, I would like an attorney present during questioning. Those are like the two things you should remember. I'm executing my right to remain silent, and I would like an attorney present during my questioning. I don't care if you're innocent. I don't care if you're guilty. After you say that sentence, shut up. Don't talk anymore. They can arrest you. They can talk to you. Don't talk to them anymore, because literally that statement in the Miranda rights, anything that you say can and be used against you in a court of law, that is true. There have been cases that I've read that literally somebody who's innocent, they will say something and it's used against them. So anything you say can literally be used against you in a court of law. And then when it comes to having that emergency bail, that's really hard to do because a judge, implicit bias and systemic discrimination, things like that, it is present in the criminal justice system, and you see it by if you're looking at a white offender or a black offender or Hispanic offender and a white offender. The bail can be, it's very different depending on your race, just because of implicit bias, the type of crime you commit, things like that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's always good to have an emergency fund. Like, that's what it is essentially. Like, your bail, your emergency bail is your emergency fund, because bail, it can be set at $15,000, it can be set at $5,000, it can be set at $20,000 for the same exact crime. It just depends what judge you go up against or in front of. And sometimes you're not even going to have the option for bail. For some reason, bail is not even going to be an option to you. So you might not even use it. And something to note, what I did want to add, you get your bail money back. So that's the thing. Like, if you're found innocent, they're going to pay you back your bail money. So it's not like you're giving this money to the government, you're never getting it back. You get your bail money back. That's what I'm saying. The reason why it negatively impacts low-income people from low-income communities, right, is because sometimes their family may own a house, but they will not have the liquid cash available. So when they go to that bail bonds person, right, or if they put their house on bail, particularly the bail bonds person, that's a loan, you got to pay the bail bonds person. So that's how low-income people lose money in that situation, right? So, yeah. Is there any more questions? Okay, no more questions there. Let's see what y'all were saying on YouTube. It's easier for me to pick up the phone and respond to y'all. What are we saying? That is true, but yeah, it's always good. And another thing too, I know there are some southern states, right, or even some northern states that allows people to have a firearm on your body, right, just because of the carry license. So if you're ever pulled over and you know you have a firearm in the car, tell the officer. Don't be scared. You know how it's going to negatively impact you if the officer sees it and you didn't tell them. So when you're pulled over, be respectful and be like, hey, I have this carry firearm license on me. I do have a firearm in the car. They might ask to see it, and that's it. Always keep your hands where the officer can see it, and you'll be good. Claudia said, as long as everyone's following the law, we should all be good guys. That is true, but unfortunately that doesn't happen too, right? So that's why I always say make sure you record the situation, whether that's a verbal recording, a voice recording, or whether that's a video recording. Always make sure to record the situation, even if you know like you did nothing wrong immediately when you're pulled over by the officer, hit record. So yeah. Drake said, I had a legal firearm, but even when it's legal, the situation could turn deadly because I'm black. Yeah, and that is true, right? So, yeah. Claudia said, if they do search your car, shouldn't you tell them you have a legal firearm? Yeah, you should always tell them. Like, that's what I'm saying. When you're pulled over, you should always tell them, right? Gigi said, there's been so many times I've been in the right, but because I'm black, I'm scared because people may perceive me as doing something wrong. Thing I hate it. Yeah. And that is true. I totally understand that perspective. Cats, I totally get where you're coming from. I feel like for me, the main reason why I guess I'm not quote unquote scared of law enforcement officers, right, is because one, anytime I've had a lot of interaction with them, and it's not to say that I've done stuff wrong. It's because I was an RA, and as a resident assistant, I often had to call officers on residents because I needed like to go in your room. I needed a wellness check, so I've spoken to a lot of like campus police officers or officers on my school, right, who has a firearm, who are like real officers, who are white most of the time, right? So I feel like because of that, I'm not necessarily scared to speak to officers. And two, I've studied criminal justice, so I know my rights, right? So when you know your rights, even if they do something wrong, you know what you can do because that was violated, right? So like I guess I have a quote unquote advantage that not a lot of people has when it comes to viewing law enforcement officers. That doesn't make me necessarily afraid of them, but at the same time, cats, I do know that my race is always a factor when officers see me, particularly like if like it. So yeah, it's like that situation that happened when I was in New York the other day, right, where law enforcement was called to the scene. I wasn't scared, right? I wasn't scared because I knew my mom and I did nothing wrong, right? I knew we did nothing wrong, and I just respectfully, calmly explained to the officer. And like my mom said, that was a really good officer because he did his job. He was white, that officer, but he heard us and he was respectful to us as well. Not a lot of officers are like that, but once you understand your rights, right, and you understand that, hey, as long as you are innocent, you're good. Now, if you're not innocent, I can't help y'all because don't commit crimes, guys. Committing crime isn't good at all. Claudia said, so in those cases, is it better to not say anything and let the officers find the firearms generally? No, always tell the officers. Don't ever let the officer find anything. Even if it's for a simple traffic violation, always tell the officer. Do not let them find anything because it's when they find stuff that is when the situation can escalate. And even though you may have been in the right, that's when the officer can like because we have to understand the type of training that police officers go through, and we always have to understand that they see themselves that their life is always in danger, even though they're there to protect us. So if you don't tell them that you have a legal firearm in the car and they just find it during a random search, their immediate reaction isn't going to be to question you. Their immediate reaction is probably going to be to arrest you, right? So that can definitely inflate the situation a little bit. And at that point in time, even if you want to I'm not an attorney, but in that point in time, in my head, based on my studies, if you wanted to take a lawsuit to say the officer violated your rights because your firearm was legal, you would probably not be in the right because you still didn't let them know, even though it was a legal firearm in that moment of time. If you were to take a lawsuit against that officer, the officer was in the right because they were using their authority to protect themselves. The officer can say, I thought that I was in danger. You would be wrong. But but in another scenario, if you have a legal firearm in your car, right? I'm not an attorney, but just on my studies, if you have a legal firearm in your car, you tell the officer still arrests you because of that firearm, you can sue that police department and probably win the case. Why? Because you told the officer you did not reach for the firearm, nothing like that. The officer was in the wrong in that situation. So you see how like recording is important and always disclosing information is important. So yeah. What are we saying? All right. Drake said they can get real aggressive for even admitting to have a legal firearm. So I just used to say no. Ew. And yes, it's best just to let them find the Nah, it's not. No. Based on my studies, always tell. Don't let them find it. Don't let them find it. Tell. Don't let them find it. Are you giving advice on firearms to people who already have license carry? Yeah, for everyone, particularly. Like, the only time you should have a firearm is if you have a license carry. If you don't have a license to carry and you still have that firearm in the car, don't even sue. You're not going to win. You had an illegal weapon. That's a violation of the law. You can't have an illegal weapon. I mean, you can have it, but it's an illegal weapon. You can be arrested. You can be incarcerated for having an illegal firearm. So you should never have an illegal firearm. So all my information I'm telling you is for like, hey, if you have an illegal firearm, tell them, but just know you're finna get in trouble, right? If you have an illegal one. But if you have a license to carry, still disclose that you have it, right? Still disclose that you have it. Claudia said exactly. Because they'll be suspicious. Why do you tell them? Exactly, Claudia. Exactly. Yeah. I have a legal one. I have a license to carry. So yeah, I have that. Hey Drake. Drake said, if they don't ask, I don't tell. It's the way I look at it. Well, be safe out there, Drake. But I would not recommend that. Love Positive said, do I have to answer all questions during a traffic stop? You don't have to. You never have to do anything when it comes to law enforcement officers. However, if you don't answer a question, they may see you as being uncompliant, and that can escalate the situation. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just be respectful. It's like the airport. The way I think about when you come into contact with officers, think about it as the airport. When you go to the airport, there's a lower expectation to privacy. When the minute you buy your airline ticket, you choose to say that you are giving up your expectation of privacy because TSA is searching you. The same way you're not going to act up in the airport to get on the no ban list or no fly list, the same way you don't want to act up in front of officers, right? Because remember, officers are trained. Officers know your rights. So thank you, Claudia, sending you jazz hands. I really, really do appreciate your donation to the channel. Jazz hands to Claudia for purchasing a gift. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You're helping get one step closer to paying off my student loan debt. Thank you for that. But as I said, when you go to the airport, you have a lower expectation to privacy, right? So officers are trained. Officers know what rights you have. That's why it's important to ask the right questions. Officers know how to operate, how to behave, right? However, at the same time, bias is a real thing with law enforcement officers, particularly implicit bias. That is very difficult to change because implicit bias is bias that officers sometimes they may not know they have it until they get into a situation. There was a study that I read about when I was taking my criminal justice classes, and officers were going through training, and officers were more likely to shoot a poster board that represented an African American individual compared to a white individual. Why? Because of implicit bias. So it's just because of media and social media, movies, officers by default, particularly white officers who may not have had contact with minority people, they just see us as a threat right off the bat, right? So it's important to always answer their questions, right? As long as you're able and comfortable to answer them during that traffic stop. Because if you don't, officers can be like, why are you being uncompliant? Why are you being uncompliant? And then they themselves can escalate the situation within legal authority to do that. Even though if they ask your name, you're like, I don't want to give you my name. Unfortunately, they may escalate the situation because of that. Always carry your weapon license, particularly if you have that weapon, right? So you should always, if you have a license to carry, just have it in your wallet where you have your driver's license, because one morning you might go outside with your weapon, right? Your firearm, and you won't have your license carry, and then you're pulled over and oopsie daisy, that's not good, right? So you should just keep your license to carry in your wallet with your driver's license. What are you saying? So you give off civilian energy. You don't have a guilty conscience, giving off nervous energy in front of police. It's okay to give off nervous energy because police officers know that we're nervous around them. They know that, right? So it's okay to give off nervous energy. Just give respectful. You just got to be I said earlier, respect is earned, right? But just be nice. I guess respect isn't the right word that I'm using. Just be compliant and just be nice to the officer. If you're nervous, it's okay. Officers aren't going to think that you're automatically guilty because you give nervous vibes, you're shaking a little bit. They may ask you some extra questions, particularly if you're like, there's different levels of nervousness. So if you're extremely nervous, they might question you a little longer to figure out what's wrong with you, right? But officers know that civilians, as you said, are nervous around them. You're not going to be incarcerated right off the bat because you're scared around the officer. It's okay. Yeah, you can ask me a life question for sure. Oh, what's the design of my necklace? It's cucumber seed, so it's literally supposed to look like a cucumber seed pattern. Drake said, but when it's legal and it comes back as legal, nothing will happen once you are in custody. They search and one turns up. With what, the firearm? Would you rather meet your soulmate on your way up or after you reach your goals? I already met my soulmate. My soulmate is my mom. Your soulmate doesn't always have to be your romantic partner, right? So your soulmate is the person who makes you most happy, right? Who you always want to be around, right? Even when they're mean to you, you still want to be around. They don't stress you out, right? So intentionally, right? So I've met my soulmate, so yeah. Hey Kenneth, how are you doing today? Drake said, this is the thing too, okay? It's all about your state. In my state, we have no duty to inform law, which means if they don't ask, you don't tell. You only inform if they ask, so you know your law people. And that is true. You should know the laws in your state. You really should. So yeah. Honestly, my criminal justice is more so on a federal level that I learned about, but it was a little specific to some states. But most of the case size I reviewed was more so just like for, what is it? I forgot the name of it. I have to go back to my discussion post. But that is true. You should know your rights and you should know your laws. But yeah. That's why judicial review. And that's why if you've ever been in contact with a law enforcement officer and you, even if you were in the wrong and you feel like your rights are violated and you want to take legal action, you can always take that legal action because judges have something known as judicial review or judicial discretion. And that's when a judge, if a prior case was not in your favor, when it goes in front of the judge can make a completely different decision about that case because they can interpret it differently. So that's what I'm saying, guys. So that's why, as Drake said, you should know the laws in your state. You really should, but you should also know the federal laws that you have. Because even with that stop and frisk, that's more so federal level, but it was predominantly for New York when I learned about it, right? But at the same time, if you feel like your rights are violated and you want to take, I don't know, a lawsuit, I'm not an attorney, if you have the money to do so, you do that, you just always know, did you disclose, were you in the right, were you in the wrong, etc. So yeah. But if y'all want to learn a little bit more about that, I've spoken about these topics numerous times. I feel like that is the most common questions that people have about the criminal justice system. So I've made full nutritional education videos about it for y'all. So if you want to learn a little bit more, and like get the full information, the cases that I cited, and etc., go to my YouTube homepage, click playlist, and watch my education videos, and just go through those criminal justice videos. In the future, I'll definitely be making some more, but it's going to be a little bit more specific to some laws that have been passed and etc. What are you saying? Okay, Drake said you have a lot of states that have no statutory requirement to inform an officer at all, whether proactively or when asked. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I guess where I'm coming from too, even though you have no requirement, it's always better to be safe than sorry, right? Especially if you're a minority. I've studied the criminal justice system, right? So as Drake said, there are some states that may not require you to disclose that, but I'm a strong contender. And from my studies of the criminal justice system, at least in America, is built on discrimination. It's not for African Americans. It's not for Hispanics. It's not for people who are not white. It is based on discrimination, right? And when something is based on discrimination, any little thing will be escalated sometimes, depending if you get in front of the wrong officer, it will be escalated. So yes, disclosing that can escalate the situation and make it a little more dangerous. It can, right? However, in my mindset, I'm like, okay, if I was in the right, even if I was in a state, right, and I lived in a state where I didn't have to disclose my firearm to the officer, right? But I had one in the car. I had my license to carry, and I disclosed it. And the officer decides to escalate the situation, and I know I was not in the wrong. If I want to take a lawsuit after, I have high chances of winning that case, right? Because the officer just didn't find it. The officer was like, I wasn't uncompliant. I didn't tell them the full story, right? So if you're a minority, it's always best to be safer than sorry. And unfortunately, we really shouldn't lie to officers. You really shouldn't, in my book, at least based on my studies, because criminal justice system just ain't for you if you're not white. It's really not. So yeah. Hey D7J, good morning. How are you doing today? Love Positive asks, how should I respond if I feel unsafe during a police stop? You can tell the officer. You can be like, I feel unsafe with this encounter. I feel unsafe. What you hear, what you question me, and you can ask them to, like, if sometimes there's two officers doing patrols together, you can ask to speak to the other officer. You can ask to call another officer to the scene. Just know that, like, that's going to make the officer catch an attitude, right? And that is going to make the length of, like, the encounter traffic stop much longer. But you can tell the officer that you feel unsafe and you would like to speak to somebody else. That is okay. You can do that. Great lecture, Mia. Thank you, Syria. Glad you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more criminal justice topics, right? Like, I like when you guys ask me questions. I don't even know how we got on this conversation. I think somebody asked, like, I like when you guys ask me these questions. Like I said in the past, I did enjoy learning about my criminal justice classes. So it's always fun when I can talk about it with y'all and with people. It's always fun to do that. Happy Thursday, D7J. Drake said, I get it. I understand where Mia's coming from. Listen to her, not me. Love Positive said, how have scholars evaluated claims of racial or socioeconomic bias in the criminal justice system? Scholars, particularly researchers, such as, okay, so when claims about bias or etc. is evaluated in the criminal justice system, it is mostly by people like myself. Well, not me. Like it's my professor, people in PhD programs work criminal justice, right? Because those are the people who are doing the research, who are like interviewing the offenders, people incarcerated, things like that, right? So there is documented evidence of that, even like in the criminal justice system itself, with like the exonerations that happen, right? That is there's evidence to show that there has been multiple false incarcerations with people who are of a minority race, right? And not even false incarceration sometimes, just unfair sentences, right? There, you can look at academic journal articles, you can look at exonerations that has happened. There has been multiple instances where attorneys or researchers sometimes, they look at a white offender who committed the same exact crime as a black offender, but yet the white offender received 5 years less in prison, right? That's just a number. But white offenders, 9 times out of 10, they always receive less time in prison than black offenders. Why? Because of discrimination, because of bias, because of implicit bias. And that is built in the criminal justice system, right? So we can't change it, right? You can, but the only way to honestly change it is to tear down the whole criminal justice system and rebuild it up. But you're not going to do that. Why? Because as I always say, one of the most common practices done by the criminal justice system, foot patrols, emerged out of slave patrols. So if one of the most common practices emerged out of a slave practice that was based on discrimination, what makes you think that the criminal justice system in America is going to be totally unbiased? It's not. So yeah. So for the people on TikTok, I have 5%, so I do have to log off. For people on TikTok, if you want to hear more about this live stream discussion, go to my YouTube homepage, Uniquely Mia, the link to my YouTube channel, go to my TikTok homepage, click links. The link will take you directly to YouTube, and you can hop over to that stream on YouTube. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It's always a pleasure when I can stream for y'all. Hopefully I see you in the next live stream or the comment section of my funny traditional YouTube video, or YouTube video or TikTok short to the people on TikTok. So bye guys. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you guys for being here. Okay. All right. So yeah, so like it's really hard, but yeah, discrimination is literally at its core there in that criminal justice system. Okay, what are we saying? So for YouTube, let's see if there's any more questions. Glad you're doing good. I'm doing good, D7J. What are your plans for today? Hey, Evan, welcome back. Thank you. Glad you like the nails, Drake. Evan said, I take cranberry tablets. I'm allergic to antibiotics. Really? Wow. Okay. Hey, as long as it works for you. Fun fact. Okay, cool. Drake said, I have to switch accounts, Evan. Oh, Drake said, why do you switch accounts, Evan? Oh, yeah, Evan, you went through like 3 different profile pictures. Oh, those are different accounts. I thought you were changing the pictures extremely fast. Wow. What are we saying? Evan said, I agree. Black and Asian people get stopped more by police. Hey, nice. Evan said, Drake, I sometimes switch to check if the comment, okay, it was posted. Okay, what is me doing a TikTok? Yeah, I was streaming on TikTok as well. Drake said, you can just exit out and come back. Evan said, yeah, Drake, I moved into the account for a different reason. Me as a multitasker. Thank you, Claudia. Yeah, I'm gonna make a own like TikTok. I'm gonna create a own like TikTok its own streaming day. Like I'm gonna stream one day on TikTok consistently, but I haven't decided what day that is. I'm gonna make that day, that new schedule next year, 2026. So for now, they'll just be tagging on into some of the YouTube live streams just for a little bit, not forever, but just until I figure out what day, see what my schedule looks like next year to see what day of the week I can say I'm gonna stream on TikTok. So yeah. Everyone wants to be number one. Okay. So let's continue on with packing up of the items. So we emptied out most of the drawers. Ow, that hurt. Ow. So we got hydrogen peroxide, another one, and the matte thingy. And then we also got scrubbing bubbles to clean the shower. I have a whole bunch of random bowls to clean my room with in here. I had this, but this dried out, so I don't think this is good anymore. It looks like the Lysol mats that you clean the floor with. Okay. Got a lot of garbage. Got a lot of stuff today, guys. Okay. Let me spray my shower with this. Okay, but that's, ow! That is unfortunate that that's still a little bit. Okay, this hair is in my face. I don't want it in my face. Okay, what's happening? What'd you say? Hello. You're beautiful as well. I'm doing good. How are you doing today? Evan wants to be number one, Jake said. Gigi said, no, is Mia going to really make me have to download TikTok? You don't have, for that one day of the week that I'll stream on TikTok. Hey, if you want to see Nico Mia an extra day of the week, then I guess so, yeah, because when I stream on that one, once I build out the streaming schedule, I'll be, for the days, like, I'll still, like, I wanted the same way I dedicate the streams for, like, only to YouTube, like, on Fridays and, like, Mondays and Saturdays and Sundays. When I make that one day of the week streaming schedule on TikTok, that I'll only be streaming on TikTok for that one day, so if you want to see Nico Mia an extra day with streaming in 2026, then I guess you will. What do we say? Jake said, I feel the same way. Cats, I don't even use TikTok. Kat said, how many accounts do you have in total, Evan? 3. Wow. Okay. Drake is like, Evan has 30 accounts. That's a lot of emails, though. How do you guys have so many emails accounts? Like, I feel like I have a few email accounts, but like, not some of them I lost the password. Some of them I don't even use anymore. But that's a lot. Yeah. That. Okay. And, well, this is almost empty. I'll pack this one, like if you get a cut, hydrogen peroxide. Let me spray that. Clean the mirror. Pack that up. Okay. See, we're getting there. It's just like small bags for the most part. Oh, I sprayed the phone. Oops. Do y'all look cleaner? Ooh, that look kind of clean. I know that. Wow. hate when I clean mirrors with glass cleaners because if you don't wipe straight, it dries and you can see when it didn't dry perfect, if that makes sense. Okay, what else we packing? This is empty. Alright, so we gotta pack. This is my head tie. So we're gonna leave this. My mom, if you're a female or a male with long hair, do you guys use this? My mom gave this to me, so when I wrap up my hair now, like when I braid it and wrap it up, I put this on before I put on my bonnet, and now my hair doesn't fall out of my bonnet. Before, it always used to fall out of my bonnet. So this is good. I think it's a hairnet, she said. I don't like that. Jake jealous because I have more accounts. Jake said, I'm not jealous, Evan. What's your obsession with Superman? Okay. So let's see. Mask. I haven't decided if I'm gonna walk across stage with a mask or not. I probably will because I don't want to get sick. I did that while undergrad, so I have to save the black mask in case I decide to do that. Just putting the stuff I want to keep in here for now. Keep out in here for now. Toothpicks. Lip oil. Okay, this could pack up because I'm done with this. Well, I'm gonna clean my sink, so I can spray my sink with this, I guess, and clean it. Oh, I didn't even use this. This is air freshener. What are y'all saying? Jake said, when I was a chef, I had to wear... Oh, you had to wear one because of your dreadlocks. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So the hair doesn't fall in the food. Well, you have locks, Jake. How long are they? Is it like Kilmer style? Who's that? You mean the guy from Black Panther? Oh, like the cut on the side and then the thing on top. My nephew used to have dreads when he cut it. Fun fact, I guess y'all never knew. When he first cut his hair, he called my mom and I was there. I was like, wow, your head looks weird. Because I saw him with dreads for like the longest time. And then one day he didn't have it anymore. Cleaning the sink. Still got stuff in it. Okay. I'm gonna vacuum another day. I'm going to clean the floor another day as well. One second, guys. I'm gonna read your comments in a minute. Let me clean this sink really quickly. This cup is garbage. This is really bad. I don't want to show it to you, but I had to soak off my nail polish because I had a set where I had all glitter, so I needed a cup. So I took this cup and I put acetone in it. So this is acetone that stained the bottom of the cup because I had to soak off my nail polish in there. So I'm gonna keep it though for now because I have to soak off this nail tomorrow to do a new polish on top. That's the only thing with glitter. You gotta soak it off if you want it to come off. I don't have to. I just didn't have aluminum foil. If I had aluminum foil, it would have just been much easier. But when I don't have it, I have to soak everything off. Okay. We're decent. We're decent with it. Okay. We're gonna day I move out, I'm going to pack up my mat. I'm gonna take down the shower curtain. Let's move the shoes really quickly. I pack these shoes, and then practically everything else is like move out the day of. So the day I move out, expect an early stream from Uniquely Mia because that's when I'll literally be moving, like taking out everything and stuff like that. What are you guys saying? I'm from the United States. Where are you from? Hey, from India. What's like in India today? Can't imagine Jake with dreads. Yeah. Oh, you're getting locks and cats. That's awesome. Nice. Sarah said, Mia, stay on a bit longer in case I have to contact you for help. Okay. Stay safe out there. Drake said they are like, down to your waist. Okay, cool. They used to be faded. What does that mean? Like you cut it on the side. Okay. And single dreads, but now I have Wiccan cat. I have to Google that. I have no idea what Wiccan cats are. But that's cool. So a lot of y'all had dreads like Queen Mother. Very nice. Kat said, I'm on back now. Oh, sorry, you're on break now. Ooh, you're eating apple and chips. Hey, you got a little bit of the healthy. Ow, you keep pulling my hair. You got a little bit of the healthy, and then you got a little bit of like the unhealthiness there. So it sounds like a really good snack in my book, cats. It's like in India today. Well, they are braided like into 8 big fat dreads. Oh, I've seen dreads like that. So like you took all the dreads, you took all your single dreads and merged it. I've seen dreads like that before. Do you find like your scalp gets thin, Drake, with your dreads like that? Or no? Like, not your scalp gets thin, but like, I don't know, like your scalp gets thin, if that makes sense. Like, I knew somebody who had dreads like that, but like their scalp would always get thin, if that makes sense. Like, because it didn't look like a lot of hair. Sarah said, but as always, Mia, thanks for your time. My pleasure. Thank you for being here, Syria. Yeah, your root. Does your root get thin? The root of the hair. This is like a morning routine for me now. LOL, get better and enjoy your day. Talk to you later. Thank you so much for your kind words, Syria, and I'm glad I'm able to be part of your morning routine, right? So stay positive, and you're gonna go out in the world and do amazing and awesome things, right? Hopefully I see you in the next live stream, which is tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or in the comment section of one of my Flow Nutritional YouTube video or YouTube shorts. Thank you so much for spending time here on the stream and for engaging with the content. Really appreciate it. Kat said, oh, that's cool. I'm kind of doing the opposite. I'm getting, micro locks. Oh, okay, cool. You look like a scalp chicken for a while. No, not the scalp chicken, cats. But it's going to be worth it. Okay, cool. I don't think I would ever get dreads. I mean, I don't know. I say that just because I can't go through the short phase, right? And I feel like I haven't tried all the hairstyles that I ideally could try. Like, if my mom gave me dreads when I was a baby, I would have been happy with it because it would have been long now. But Uniquely Me in short hair, I don't think it's my forte. I don't think I could do that, like go through that short phase. Drake said they are blonde too. Oh, okay, cool. Like the color Mia has. I'm the same complexion as Mia. Okay, cool. Sirius said later, Drake, Cats, Claudia, always fun, always a pleasure when you're here. Or be safe, Sirius. Drake said, 100%. Have a good day, Claudia said. Drake said, yep, the scalp. Okay, it gets thin sometimes. That's why I'm about to cut them. Oh, so there's no way to reverse it. Okay. Yeah, because when I saw that before, like, I was just curious to know if that was like a universal experience or if that was just like, no, that one person experience. Love me some Crocs. Would love to bring my Crocs home, but like they're gonna come home at a later date. It's not cold in New York, so it's not a necessity right now. But I'm just gonna put this in a bag. In a minute. So I just put the Crocs in the bag with the hangers, and well, this is garbage. I said this has a little bit in it. Doesn't really need it. Well, I can use this. Some people say you can use this as mouthwash. Let's not do that. But let's not do that. Let's not do that. A lot of garbage. I'm gonna have to go outside and throw some stuff away. I don't want to do that now though, but I'm gonna have to do it. We sang. Drake said, yeah, okay, read that. Evan said, Drake, you a chef and a doctor, bro, what's happening? Drake has so many jobs. Hey, in this current job market, your resume needs to be as crazy as possible, right? As worked out with as much work experience as possible. So you know what? You got a lot of skills is what I'm hearing. Kat said, my hair is down to my shoulder straightened. Okay. So it'll be about half one. Oh, about half once you get your dreads. Okay. So yeah, the short face sucks. But if you grow your hair like mid back, then the dreads would be like starting off long. Okay, that makes sense. But it's like my hair grows, but it predominantly grows when it's in protective hairstyles. My problem is I'm not patient when I loose out my hair, so I tend to rip my hair out. So I feel like, yeah, that's the only way, like you said, Kat. So thank you for telling me that. So like if I ever do get dreads, I would have to be like very careful with growing out my hair. And the thing about that, once I get my hair, like my natural hair down to like my back, I probably wouldn't want dreads because that would be the longest my natural hair has ever been. I'm like, ooh, I got natural hair all the way down to my back or my mid back. I don't want no dreads now. So it's like a, what was that? Oh my gosh, G's in my head. Like, what does this mean? We know what that means. Let's not say it. But I forgot what I was saying. But Claudia said, yeah, like I've heard hydrogen peroxide can be used as mouthwash. You have to mix it with water though. That's what a dentist said one time. Drake said, well, I'm not a doctor, but you have to work when you're in school. I stopped cooking in 2023. We also did retail management. Okay, cool. Hey, D7J. What are your plans for the day, everyone? Let me know. Kat said, my dream hair is actually your mom's hair. Mia? Really? Okay, nice. So yeah, manifest it, Kat. You're already one step closer to having my mom's hair length, right? Because you need the dreads for it first, right? So her hair is really, really long. Like when my memory, my whole life's memory of my mom, she's always had dreads. But she said when I was a baby, she didn't have it. But like when I think about my mom, she's always had dreads. I see pictures with her without dreads. I'm like, ugh, that's cool, but like you look kind of weird to me because I've only ever seen her with dreads. So I say that to say it takes a while. I mean, I don't think I'm old, but it takes a while for your hair to get to my mom's length is what I'm saying. But just beware, when you wet it, it gets really heavy. When my mom goes to the beach and her hair is wet, I have to like hold her hair for her because it like pulls on her scalp. It's really heavy. But her hair can be used as a scarf, which is pretty cool, especially when it's cold outside. You want micro locks down your back? Oh, that would be pretty. That would look pretty. Drake said, yeah, your hair gets fast so quick with dreads. Really? It grows fast with dreads? Wow. I guess I can see it because anytime my mom goes to the hairdresser or anytime I see my mom, her hair always looks a lot longer. I always ask my mom, once her hair gets like down to the floor, is she gonna cut it? She can cut it in half and I can have authentic extensions with the dreads. Like if it gets down to the floor, I mean, she just cut it in half and then bam, you can make out some dreads, right? But she said she's not. I'm gonna cut her hair. let's see. Okay, we did that. We're gonna move those clothes later. I'm gonna wash some stuff. Okay. Sorry about that. I forgot y'all were here. My iPad needs to charge. I'm gonna clean the floor like the day I move out, or like sooner. My mini fridge stays. I'm not gonna clean out my mini fridge yet, just because I still have stuff in it. 1 second. 1 minute. Let me throw this out, guys. Okay, let's see what we're working with. Gotta wipe spray down my desk. Oops. Clean it with Clorox. Okay. You can't even see my desk to see what I'm wiping. One second. Okay, guys, I think we're good. What are y'all saying? Gotta wash my hands. Okay, what's happening? Okay, read that. Okay. Kat said, yeah, dreads are amazing for black hair as long as it's there's not too much tension, just letting your hair grow as it wants. Yeah, true. I can definitely see that for sure. Claudia said, for the boho braids, did you use real synthetic? I used the synthetic one. Yeah, the real one's ridiculous amount of money. So, but it works pretty well, I will say. I think it doesn't get, like, take care of it is what I will say. I know a lot of people, when you're looking into getting, like, your hair braided like mine, you're, like, use the human one just because it's gonna not tangle. But you gotta understand, you gotta remember you're using, like, the braids. The braids are probably not gonna be human braids, so synthetic is pretty good. It's much more affordable. Kat said, in my point of view, if my hair wants to tangle so bad, I'll let it tangle in locks. LOL, locks are organized, not tangle. Yeah, that is true. And then I've also seen, like, people who have, like, the kinky afro hair. They said, like, sometimes some people, they'll just let it grow, if that makes sense. So they won't, like, comb it or anything, and the afro looks pretty good. Like, it looks good. So I don't want to say it's not even tangles that make it look bad, but, like, if you just let your hair do what it wants and you just, like, style it a little bit, it looks pretty good, I feel like. So yeah, but locks, as you said, locks are good because, like, you'll put it in the braids and you'll just let it grow, and then as long as you manage your scalp and make sure, like, it's twisted well, it's gonna look presentable and it's gonna look pretty good. But happy hair journey, right? Definitely update us on the progress and when you get the locks and, like, how you like it, how it looks. I'm sure it's gonna look amazing. And then even if you don't like the short phase, I guess what you could do is put, like, extensions on top. I mean, I know on social media there are, like, stylists who specialize in, like, extensions on top of locks, so you could probably try something like that, and I'm sure that's gonna look really, really good too. But But welcome everybody to the live stream. Remember, I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. I show you my life is like. I got the fashion videos, Eat With Me technology videos, days of my life as a graduate student, and so much more for y'all. And you're welcome for your positivity and uniqueness. I would love to know, how's your day going today? What are your plans? In this live stream, it was all about packing up. So we made some progress, even though it may not look like we made progress, especially if you're looking behind me. But we organized some of the books. Everything that's going in suitcases, they're already in suitcases. Everything else that I have to move is just like, ow, that hurt. It's just gonna be like my tapestry. I have to pack up my bedding, and that can all be organized, like that can all be packed up like the day before I move out and the day of I move out. Okay, what are we saying? Kat said, oh yeah, I have gems in this channel. Did everyone get those free gems? Oh yeah, like what pops up? Oh yeah, I've seen those, but I don't think I got them. Shout out to Kat sending you jazz hands. Thank you so much for sending gifts. Thank you for timing it by 3 times and it by 3. Really appreciate it. But I think I've seen those, but I didn't really know what they were, honestly. That was pretty cool. But thank you again, everyone who has donated to the channel today. Really appreciate you guys. Yeah, but how's everyone's day going? As I said, what I'm probably gonna do after the stream, I'm probably gonna Google. I'll Google, do some research and see if I can take the antibiotics after I've taken the Robitussin, just because like I'm feeling better today, but I'm not 100%, so my throat is still a little scratchy at some parts, and I feel a little hot. I've been feeling hot occasionally throughout the stream, but we'll check it out and see. You have a really nice mustache. Thank you so much. Oh, I thought Mia was leaving. Yeah, I'm gonna tune off soon. I'm not gonna for too longer, but I just want to read up these final comments, see what's happening. Evan said, Drake, you can't be 15 with your work experience. Okay. Drake was a chef, chief manager, and now a doctor by 15. Okay. Kat said, Mia, there's a blind guy who streams on YouTube. It's pretty cool. His phone reads the comments? That's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I gotta look into that. Because I know, like, people have said, like, to, like, put my phone to read the comments. The only thing with that is, like, sometimes I take a while to get to that comment, right? And then, I give like a substantial response. So I would like that idea of like the phone reading the comment to me, right? But I would have to see if I can like set a timer, if that makes sense, or like if I can make the phone read the comment to me when I want the phone to read the comment to me, and I'll check that out. Drake said, you're 15. Drake gets around. I'm not 15. I wish I was, Evan said. Gigi said, I think Drake is in med school though. Yeah, I mean, I believe it, right? I mean, 9 times out of 10, I take what you guys say, and if you tell me this is your career, this is what you do, I'll believe it, right? But like, just feel like some of the discussions, like some of the terms, like if you're not in medical school studying what you're studying, you're just well informed about that topic. I feel like then again, you could just be saying a whole bunch of random stuff. I don't study that area of study, so I could believe you. But yeah, I agree with Katz. I feel like you are in med school, like you said, though. Like if you guys tell me what your career is, like Katz told me her career one time, I believe that's your career, right? So yeah, Evan, I believe that's your career that you told me you do. So yeah. What are you saying? Evan said, if I was 15 again and God made me 15 again, I would sail around the world. How would you have the funds to sail around the world though, Evan? At 15, are you saying you would invest in a stock to give you the money, or what? Jake said, I have a whole beard. How can I be 15? Evan said, Drake tells us how our body processes oxygen. Drake said, Evan thinks I'm acting as a doctor right now. Okay. Hey, more of the story. As long as y'all know what you are, and as long as y'all know what you do and you're happy with it, that's all that matters, right? Kat said, I know how our bodies process oxygen, and I'm not in med school. That's what I'm saying, right? So like, it's either you're in med school, you're just very well informed about the topic, because there are some people who are just well informed about topics, right? But they're just not in that school. It's like on me. Like, I speak about criminal justice. Anytime I speak about criminal justice, people are like, are you an attorney? Are you an attorney? No, I'm not. I'm just well informed about, I guess, some topics that attorneys are informed about, because I have gone to, like, I've gotten a degree that has somewhat been related to that, right? So yeah, so that could be the same thing too. What is FBC? Yeah, I don't know what that is. FBC. Breathing and diffusion. Evan said Drake has to answer because I worked in the med field. And it's like, you've worked in a lot of fields too, so it's kind of like the same thing as Drake. It's like you said, because Evan, you said you've worked in the medical field, you've worked in the criminal justice field. I think you told me you worked in like the technology field. How are you working in so many fields? Like, you see, it's possible. It's possible. But you see how, like, saying it sometimes can be like, ooh, is that true? So yeah, you work around a lot. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, because hey, you're building your resume. You're building out your resume for sure. But I guess a question to ask is, like, how many jobs can one person have throughout their life, right? They can have a lot. So I remember I saw a TikTok trend that this guy did, and he was like, he leaves a job anytime his job starts acting up with him. And literally in his video, he showed himself in uniforms for almost all the major retail stores. He worked in Ross, he worked in Walmart, he worked in Target, he worked at a gas station, he worked at Chick-fil-A, he worked at McDonald's, he worked everywhere, that guy. So somebody like him, when he tells somebody how many careers he's had, nobody would ever believe him, right? But it is possible. You wonder how it's possible when statistics are shown the job market is terrible, but I guess it's possible for some people, right? Drake said they're studying, not working now. Okay. But I want to do 3 jobs from home. Kat said oxygen. Okay. Deficient blood goes into the heart, diffused in the lungs, and gets saturated with oxygen, then pumps out the other side and into the body. Something like that. Oh, wow. Okay. Cool. Evan said, Mia, the hat you have, I found a matching bag. Really? Okay, cool. You don't need to send me anything, Evan. That is okay. You do not need to send me any items. I appreciate the thought, right? But your support, right, just as a supporter of mine, engaging with the content really means a lot. But yeah. Oh, you have a strawberry bag. Oh, it's a strawberry backpack. Oh, wow. Very nice. Sounds cool. Love Positive said, how many jobs have you had, Mia? Like, jobs where I got paid? I don't know. Let's see. What the word? I messed up. Yeah, 1. Okay. I guess about 8 where I'm getting paid. I had 1 unpaid internship that I had to do. So I guess 8 jobs I've had thus far. So it's not the most, but it's better than some, because on social media I see some people, they're my age or older, like they've never even had a job where they got paid before. So, I mean, yeah, so about 8. Evan said, Drake, you ain't answered no. Good morning. How are you doing, 5839? Glad you could be here. Chest X-ray, it's common knowledge. I want to see how much I remembered. Sorry, I didn't know it was a test. Okay. Love Positive said, what was the title of your jobs that you've had? The title of my jobs, I was an intern at MTA, so summer intern. Was a facility attendant at the gym. I hated that job. Was a student assistant. Was a resident assistant, was an accessibility assistant. This past fall, I worked as a consultant, you can say, for the mayor's office. So I did that. It was unpaid though. I mean, I got class credit for it, so I guess it wasn't unpaid, but I did that. And then my mom, I guess she hired me over the summer. I was her assistant over the summer. She paid me for that. Wait, I've had 9 then. And then social media, right? Because I'm monetized on social media and I do make an income from social media, I'm paid because of that. So I've had 9 jobs. I haven't had 8. I guess I forgot my mom. So yeah, I've had 9 jobs. Okay. What's an EKG? Isn't that like a chest x-ray or something? I watched Grey's Anatomy, I think. Or I've watched The Resident. Wasn't Christina the one always with the chest? I don't know. I'm wrong. I'm not a medical student. I'm not. Okay. Now I feel like you're lying if you don't know what an EKG is, but asked about an ECG. Evan said I did a course on medical terminology. I know Latin and medical words. Cat said. I like we're playing. Are you smart? Oh no, you're playing Are You Smarter Than a Medical Student? That is so funny. No, that's so funny. Like, wow. Yeah. Evan said, okay. Wow, that means the study of blood. Wow, okay, very cool, very cool, very cool. There are some people who study the blood, and you know what? Shout out to those people. Like, you're figuring out what blood shouldn't mix, what blood should mix, how to save people lives, right? So you're great. Those doctors, technicians, whatever they are, they're great. Okay. Neurology, study of nerves and neurons. Okay, cool. Okay, basic ones. We had harder ones too. That's very cool. Very cool. So you see, Uniquely Mia supporters, as I said earlier, there's a wide variety of skills that each and every one of us has, right? And via those skills and via your knowledge, you're able to come on social media and you're able to share it with us, which is really, 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 really cool. Evan said Drake. I just answered what it is. You didn't know what it was, dude. Kat said I have to go to okay, I don't want to say that my butchered pronunciation before my because your iron is low, which is crazy low. Wow. Vegetables and meat to bring that iron up. But hopefully it's nothing too serious, Cats, and I hope that your doctor tells you what to do and it's not too strenuous on your life, right? And you can do it, and I wish you a speedy, I don't want to say recovery, but I wish you a speedy getting your iron back up, right? Because, yeah, low iron can make you pass out and stuff like that, too, I feel like. Drake said, Evan, if you ask about an ECG and I bring up an EKG, you should be smart enough to know what it means. Kat said, this reminds me we should do trivia right now. Oh, trivia night soon. Yeah, we're gonna do it this weekend. Monday. Let's do trivia. Monday. Let me write it down. Monday's live stream. I have to find questions. Monday's stream is trivia night, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Monday live stream is trivia. So what topics do y'all want trivia to be on so I could Google some questions? Kat said Americans use different terms in okay. Drake said that's my way of not answering you though, because who are you? Oh my god. Wow. What are we saying? Okay, guys, what's happening in the chat? Jake said, Evan, the last time, when did I say I was a doctor? Do you know the difference between doctor and med student? Jake said, you don't know more than me, though. I guarantee that. Okay, fine. It said, what blood type is universal plasma? Evan said, Drake, I definitely know more about medicine than you. I mean, guys, nobody needs to know more than anything else. It's okay. It's okay. All right. And if you don't need to, like, it's okay, guys, because it's okay because yeah, at least if you know that if you as long as you know you're smart, that's good. We don't need gratification from other people. We just need the gratification from ourselves or for ourselves, right, guys? So let's remember that. All right. Claudia said, so have you ate lunch yet? No, I haven't eaten lunch yet. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna do some research. I probably have to call my mom, see what she thinks about taking that in antibiotics or whatever, and I'll do some more research online to see if that is possible, if that would help. And then I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna eat after. My mom, she froze food for me that like there's Chinese food, so I have to take that out the freezer. Or if not, the only other thing I have is I have pasta. Like we went to Costco, no BJ's, and you know like the pasta that you boil, like the ravioli with the cheese inside. I have that, so I can make that. I can just boil it, but I have no tomato sauce, so I would just be eating the dry noodles or the dry 5-cheese pasta. So I have options, but I haven't decided what I'm gonna make. I really don't feel hungry, honestly. Could be because I don't feel well, right? So I don't feel hungry, but I'll figure out what to eat for lunch. And normally I like to eat lunch and dinner. I know we're back again to that, Mia eating lunch and dinner at school, one meal. Yeah, I am. So I have to, whatever I eat, it's gonna probably be something, I don't want to say heavy, but something kind of heavy so I don't get hungry for a while. You're beautiful as well, B7D. What did you eat today though, Claudia and everyone else? I know Evan said they eat like lamb curry, I feel like. You're not a chef anymore. How many chambers does the heart Well, yes, I am because I cook at home. Exactly. You are a chef in your own house. 100%. Study medicine, you will know the answer. Thank you, Claudia. Yeah, I'm feeling much better today. I think, like I said, I think I just need to lie down probably, and I'll feel much better. I guess every day you wake up, you feel better from sickness, we can say. I think the Robitussin was helping, so if I had more, I would have definitely taken more of that. But I just took some this morning, and that helped. I think I will say steam. Steam clears up your sinuses because I was like early this morning, I was in like the bathroom and I had a lot of steam. And like that definitely helps. So steam made me feel better. Okay, read that. You need to eat something nutritious because you feel sick. Okay. Yeah, I don't got nothing nutritious, Claudia. Okay, that's a lot. So you know what I'll probably eat? I'll probably take the food out of the freezer. And I could eat that because I feel like there's rice in that and there's like protein. It's from a restaurant, but I guess it's going to be better than anything else that I would eat. So I guess that's like the most nutritious thing that I could probably get to eat then. That would help. Evan said, Drake, you ain't on any level. Stop like it. Evan's so out of Claudia's head. Drake, no! Oh man, that's crazy. Okay, what's happening, guys? What's happening? Well, this chat is getting out of hand. What's happening in the chat, guys? Okay. Even though I'm not MD, I still know the answers. That's what's funny. Okay. Well, guys, do we have any other comments? questions or concerns for us, right? Remember, I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. I show you what my life is like. I got the fashion videos, travel videos, Eat With Me technology videos, days of my life as a graduate student, and so much more, right? And I live streams for my streaming schedule for 2025 includes Mondays, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Fridays, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Times, and Saturday and Sundays, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have been streaming spontaneously throughout the week just because I have a little bit more free time, right? So the next stream will be tomorrow because we'll be sticking to the schedule. That stream is going to be all about manicures, right? So we're going to be doing our graduation nails this week on Friday. So I really wanted purple. I think I brought the purple to New York and I didn't bring back to school. So we'll be doing blue for sure, and we'll probably have to choose another color because our graduation colors are blue and purple, but I don't have purple nail polish, which sucks. So we'll figure it out. But does anyone have, Claudia said, no, don't end the stream. But if you have another question or a comment for me, I'll definitely stay on for a little bit, right? But let's see what's happening. Okay, end stream. Straight can't answer medical questions. No, she's not, Evan. All right, guys. So do we have any other questions? Any other questions for us? Dun, 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 dun. Like the Jeopardy. Have you guys ever seen Jeopardy? That's a good show. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Like that. You're just jolly today. I'm fruity. Drake said Evan is never okay. You just have to ignore Evan sometimes. I'm used to it. Okay. All right, guys. So I think I'm going to end the stream here. I'll be back tomorrow for you guys at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? So shout out to everyone on the live stream today. It was definitely enjoyable. Thank you for being here. If you want to know my age, go to my YouTube homepage, click playlist, and watch either my Washington, D.C. birthday adventure videos or my birthday playlist. And a hint to my age is not even a hint. I made it easy for y'all. It's literally in that video. So happy watching. So thank you. Okay, you're gonna buy chocolate cake. Very nice. Do enjoy it, Evan. Thank you, Evan, for being here. Thank you, Love Positive. Thank you, Drake. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you, Gigi Cat, also known as Cats and Pokemon. Thank you, King of the Weather, for being here. Who else was here? Thank you, Bead7D. Thank you, Syria, for being here. Thank you, 7 JD, for being here. No, I didn't shout out to everyone, but thank you everyone for being here, and thank you so much for your engagement. It's always a pleasure when I can stream for y'all, and it's always a pleasure when you guys are here and you can ask me questions and engage, because I know you're real people and you're choosing to spend your time here, and you don't have to spend your time on Uniquely Mia's live stream because you're never getting this time back, so it really means a lot. So let me answer this final question. Love Positive asks, what evidence exists regarding discrimination in police and sentences or incarceration? Evidence exists in like African Americans being disproportionately represented, and it's in the statistics, right? So that's the evidence that exists in the statistics, in the live accounts from people who have been falsely incarcerated. Like look at the Century Park 5 case that happened in New York, right? So that is one example on how discrimination and just bias sentencing and wrong police incarceration practices exist in the criminal justice system, right? And you can see it from the difference in the different sentences that people receive. So yeah. Alrighty, guys. All right, guys. See you guys soon. Stay positive. And as Queen Mother Uniquely Mom always says, don't let anyone rob you of your joy.